potatoes. And he has never seen Lord of the Rings, so he just started doing like Forrest Gump, the shrimp thing, but with potatoes, so that I made him watch the scene at the end.
Hello.
Hi.
Family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. I hope you enjoyed the end of Steph's story.
About potatoes. Very specifically.
But welcome back to the Practical Heroes Network with our second flagship campaign, The Sands of Syldaris, set in the pretty much entirely homebrew world of Eroth, where last time... my eyes just went completely blurry as I just turned to look at my monitor. It's going well for us today, guys. But yes, last time, continuing your investigations of Mosspoint Manor, you split up with Linger, researching in the library and starting to draw together various threads and bits of research to gather information from the research notes of Almos, the Dragonborn who you've been investigating recently, whilst also investigating the rumours of hauntings, using the books that Almos was using for his own research. Meanwhile, Mira, Chester and Warden went and spoke to some trees and spoke to some plants before heading off to bother the Stoneweaver about a draft in his room. Upon discovering that he was being kept awake by this draft, which he claimed sounded like whispering, you were able to... Oh, if I don't hit my desk. You were able to glean the collection of books which he had recommended to Almos when his research began, including many that he'd read himself, but also found no evidence of a draft in his room. The spookiest part of all, there is no draft. Ooh. You planted a fingernail under his pillow and
Forgot about that.
planted Rip in Chester's room in the hopes of monitoring both of them while they slept to see if there was any evidence of hauntings or whisperings or anything similar, until... And you saw no evidence of any of these reports you've been hearing so far until Linger herself began to hear whispers in her ear. Now you've planned with Ramira Lightspell a way to clear the library in the evening, hoping to lure some sort of event into this confined space, and you're currently using the time while you wait to continue your research as Linger reads the contents of Mura's dad's journal. Mura reads up on 101 artifacts and their properties.
Mm-hmm.
Warden is very slowly helping out, and Chester is doing what he does best, pretending to help, but doing absolutely nothing.
Getting a massage.
So,
Oh.
So.
Oh.
So.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. So guys, players of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, that is us.
On Twitch, it says that we're playing The Legend of Zelda.
Well,
Doesn't it always say the wrong thing?
Not always, just today, because I didn't have time to change it. And no one else does, guys, thanks! Jeez. Ugh.
Oh, Oh, well,
Okay.
isn't it the consequences of Mitch's actions?
Hey, listen.
What?
I'll
I'm
change that.
listening.
Also, my camera's off.
That's-
That's it. That's all you
Have
had.
you not played Legend of Zelda?
I have. I got the joke, but like usually she still says something.
Okay.
I blame Steph. It's Steph's fault. So, while I edit the stream info, then, Sands of Syldaris.
Yeah, are we
Session
sort of like
4.
waiting until
Yeah, so right now
nighttime?
you're currently...
Nighttime is the right time?
Yes, it is indeed. You're currently waiting and researching. Is there anything specific people were keeping an eye out for? I will exclude Linger from that, just because you have no control over the specifics you're about to get given reading someone's backstory stuff.
Oh.
But is anyone else?
I'm coloring.
Nice.
I think I was working on Mira's dog. I want to say.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, so I think you were doing like a combo of trying to help out, but also working on the dog. Whichever ended up being most useful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can totally go ahead and work on the dog if you want to make another check with your Tinker's tools.
Right. Let's see. And what was I rolling for Tinker's Tools?
Ugh. It'll be a dexterity check, please.
All right.
I believe. In a thing called love.
It's a 4.
4. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing Mira's not watching right now, because you had it going real good, and it's now, for the time being, certainly not going as great fixing this dog. As one of the little bolts just pops out and kind of rolls across the table.
Oh.
You just hear a quiet, muffled shit. You okay over there, Warden? Do you need a hand, perhaps? Everything is fine. I actually have one here. I have my unseen servant going, so that's another 2, and I can summon my mage hand, so I can have 5 hands aiding you at any moment. All you have to do is ask.
That's a lot of
Here, son. Here, son. Hold the flashlight. No, not like that. You're not holding it right. Well, sorry. Apologies.
Show me your hands. Cool.
Very handsy,
Hey,
but not in a gross way.
in a fun way. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone doing anything else specific before we dive right into some of the findings of Linger in this journal?
Just toss out a hashtag, not all bards are horny.
Oh,
Nope.
yes.
I'm going a non-horny bard route.
Yes, my favorite kind.
It's just because he's not a tiefling, right? That's why he's not horny.
Do people
'Cause-
really play
no
super
horns.
horny?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the
Good
time.
bards, but never a real horny one, though. It's like either like the horn doggiest of bards, or
Mhm.
just sarcastic good guy. There's no in between.
My first in-person game at uni, someone looked at Bard and was like, "Oh, great! I can be Dandelion from The Witcher." And we were like, "Okay, cool, yes." And he went, "And I can fuck everybody." And we were like, "There it is."
Why?
Man, I played a game of Witcher at the con that I was helping run, and the guy that played Dandelion was so effing good. He's definitely going to be a guest on another podcast,
Big great.
Nice.
and you're gonna love him as much. I want to
Is that
adopt this
the-
man, and he's a grown
is that-
man.
And then that's like the official like Witcher tabletop.
Yep.
How was it? Oh, I didn't even
It's a
know that
lot of fun.
existed.
I love it. Oh my gosh, it's got some great mechanics that I am absolutely going to pump into Dungeons and Dragons at some point.
Interesting.
Buddy.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's tasty.
Do give us updates
Tasty
on
mechanics.
how putting those in goes, because
Ugh.
I'd be interested to see.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But
Anyway.
in the meantime,
Mhm. This book, oh my gosh.
yes, this book,
Mhm.
speaking of books,
Yes.
I'm here. I just have dog-related things.
that's fine. If you head on over to that.
Right. Oh, interesting.
That's all right,
Right.
Steph, but it sounds kind of rough. Don't worry, guys. I
I'm
hate
back.
Knee slap.
So, as you start flipping through the journal, first things first, Linger, can you just give me a very quick Arcana check?
I suppose.
Don't read too far into it. Just take the roll at face value and do it.
I'm attempting to.
I love it when a DM says that.
The Goodreads store on Mira's book.
Come on. Here you go, little buddy.
Surprise, it's just an IKEA catalog.
Damn, 22.
Oh, well, yeah. Ignore the ones that happened after that. That's just clicking. Like, work.
Clicking,
work.
trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Cool. With a 22,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
you are certainly picking up a vibe from the book.
Vibe.
Not entirely sure what sort of
Picking
vibe,
up
but you know,
vibe.
the sort of vibe that an Arcana check might bring. Decode,
What?
decode from that what you may wish to. But as
okay.
someone who's sensitive to magic and
Vibes.
similar things, you're certainly picking up something from this book. As you take a look at it, if I show to players, it should show up on your screen. Hopefully it's legible. I tried so very hard to get Roll20 to actually accept the handout, and this is apparently the best I could get.
Does it show up if it does?
It should
Under
have shown up on your map
Journal?
when I clicked show to players. I was testing it before, and when I clicked show to players, it just popped up on the map.
It did not for me.
Yeah.
anyway.
I can see it.
Huh.
I can see it on Twitch. Oh, I can see
Yeah.
it here. Here we go. Hold on. That damnable hag. I feel it coming for me. I do not blame Lillian. Sure.
Oh, now I can see it.
I love fancy font. Okay.
I tried to make
Squints.
it fancy but still legible. But apparently
We do
it's
not know how these
well.
stills come back to haunt us when we make them. I will find a way, though. Lily and I will be free of the curse, and baby Harry, Alice, will live her life free of the circumstances surrounding her birth. In better news, the catches come more frequently and grow in size. Truly does Calthus smile upon my family. It is clearly his wish that I continue to follow this path. I'll let you read the rest, because I will just keep making jokes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I had just started pasting it into the Discord, bigger screenshots, because obviously I can open it up on my PC and just zoom way the hell in.
What we call a pro gamer move.
Oh yeah. So the next entry comes at the 15th of Lexan, 295960. What a great year that was. My health has begun to wane, and I fear for Lily. I hear the voice when I try to sleep, the cackle of that witch's laughter. I no longer wish to sleep. Alice senses the unease and unhappiness surrounding us. She cries more of late. She itches at her skin constantly, and it's beginning to leave markings which will not fade. She was born under the protection of Calthus, but I fear even gods may not intervene in the foolishness of mortals. 27th of Capzin, 295960. I've searched far and wide for answers without rousing the suspicion of Lily. Darian found for me a book on the manipulation of the flow of magic itself. Perhaps if I can teach myself this geomancy, I can alter the flow of whatever damnable magics surround my family and divert it elsewhere. And there's a second page, which I foresaw going a lot better than it currently is. We live and we learn. I'm learning a whole new virtual tabletop. But as you flip over to the second page, there's an entry multiple years later, the 25th of Marin. I continue to experiment with this geomancy. The book is somewhat too advanced for someone such as me, but I have had some success in copying the glyphs and drawings in the book. I should not have experimented first with my precious child, but I grow desperate and stupid. There was no apparent immediate effect, but I hope I have been able to manipulate these ley lines around Alice to protect her and to influence her luck. 25th of Calthus, 295961. It's been 2 months. The marks Alice leaves on her skin have begun to turn different colours, like little rune markings. My crude attempts at magic seem to have little luck, and although Lily doesn't show it, I believe the hag now haunts her too. 1st of Lexin, 295961. This should not come as a surprise in the proverbial city of heretics, but it seems word has spread of mine and my family's plight and my research. I've been approached by a man who claims to be a wizard, offering me help. By day I fish for my family. By night I sneak out to learn magic from this visitor from Doblis. At which point you turn...
hold on.
Yes, hello.
Get out of the room. Exit.
Well, I just try and make sure that this...
It's my backstory, and my dogs are 100% willing to ruin that for me.
Nice. You turn to this third page, which seems to start almost a year later. 15th of Darafin, 295962. The hag returns to my dreams. She tells me payment is due. I know not if she means me, Lily, or Alice. I suspect there are things my new master doesn't teach me. Whether he doesn't want to or thinks I'm incapable, I don't know, but I need to know how to save my family. 32nd of Ambrose, 295962. Lily found out about the magic. She is mad but understanding. She did not speak to me for a week when she found out my first experiments were on Alice. Alice's horns grow bigger. I will find a way to stop this hag's influence. 4th of Balthus, 295962. Summertide has reached us once more. I cannot take this anymore. The wizard still seeks a way to gain power. I still seek a way to free my family. I will defeat this hag. If I have to, I will find her and I will kill her. 28th of Balthus, 295962. I have found it. That damnable place Lily and I somehow forgot. The location of the hag. I don't care what he says. He has taught me enough. I cannot break the magic, but I can break her. He'll see. I'll prove him wrong. Mark my words. I'll save my Lily. I will save my Alice. I will prove you wrong. You mark my words, Syldaris.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll put all 3 pages into the Discord so you can
So
peruse
Syldaris,
at your
oh man,
leisure.
Was
Syldaris was training Mira's papa.
That's Thank you. How did you know what I was going to ask?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it looks like it was signed by Syldaris because of the spacing, but that's not what he meant.
Or was it?
Or was it?
The real Syldaris was the friends we made along the way.
True.
We're all Syldaris. I am Syldaris.
And this many episodes, I still haven't seen sand anywhere.
Just you wait.
We got to empty Mira's purse.
Oh God.
Or my brain.
It's not bath salts.
It's just
It's
sand.
just sand. These bath bombs aren't glitter, they're just releasing sand into everyone's bath.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that is what your reading seems to turn up so far, Linger. As you're trying to kind of like flick through this notebook, it's almost like it's hard to focus on some of the pages and you can't quite make out some of the writing until you get to this particular excerpt of the journal that you're actually able to sit and focus and read.
All right, well that's what she's doing. She's focusing and she's reading.
And it's totally not because the DM says it's only these 3 pages that he had time to prepare.
Yeah.
But also, like, 3 pages is a lot of just me talking at you.
Yeah. I assume she reads it all, but those are the parts that she finds interesting right now.
Yeah, right now, those are the parts that certainly jump out.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, she's super expressive, so she's just sitting there reading. You guys can continue with what you're doing.
Face. As far as you know, Linger's just reading Harry Potter. Just no reaction.
No, she would never read Harry Potter.
No, we do not read Harry Potter here. Not in this house.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do as you're just currently researching? You can just wait and basically time skip if you really have to. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Or you just hear multiple shits coming from Warden.
You just hear multiple shits. What a sentence. Especially coming from you.
Chester taking like hour-long lunch and dinner breaks, verging on 2 hour.
Nice.
No one told me to leave the work room, or to leave the break room, says Chester.
Mira just keeps like reading her book, taking notes, coloring, drawing replicas of these 101 magical artifacts. She's
Yes,
having a
that's
good.
true.
I think she
tell
looks
you
over
what.
at Linger at some point, but isn't like Linger seems engrossed, so she's not like what's up. But yes, tell us what, Mitch.
No, I don't want to now. Can you, Mira, give me an intelligence check as you're reading through the book? Let's see how
Sure.
much information Mira actually picks up and if she's just drawing pretty pictures.
Oh fuck, that's actually a 15.
15, hell yeah. So, you do stumble across multiple artifacts mentioned in the book. You come across these war mage wands. You find a particularly interesting double-page spread that's probably taken up most of your time kind of copying the pictures and the colouring onto your many sheets of parchment that you've been given for colouring, which detail the long and bloody history of the Sword of Cass and the hand and eye of Vecna. Not that Mira cares, she just sees pretty pictures.
Wow.
But yeah, you have this very nice double-page spread that kind of like shows this final battle that's being spoken about in the book, where this super old dead dude was fighting his lieutenant and he got his hand cut off by this sword.
Wow.
And
That
now
sounds
people are
so
looking for the hand and the
violent.
eye and the sword. Just in general. Will they show up in this campaign? Find out next week.
Oh man.
But you find one or two other artifacts. There's kind of talk of minor artifacts as well, more kind of like just general magic items. Talks of boots that can make you fly, cloaks that can become wings.
Wow.
You know, there's a lot of talk and description of various wands, rods, and staffs. Staves are different. Before Ethan gets angry at me. Big difference between a quarterstaff and a wizard staff.
It's not.
They're just sticks. But yeah, I mean, I'd assume there's a moment where you're kind of like reading through about the wands and you look up and over at Linga. Oh no, Linga doesn't have a wand, does she? Does Linga have a wand?
Yeah, she does. She has
Yeah,
a big ass
I thought
wand that she found.
You know when you start talking, you're like, wait, no, I'm wrong. No, I'm right. Am I wrong? Am I right? Yes. So yes, you know Linga has a wand. Doesn't match any of the description of any of the wands in the books, but, you know, it's nice
Linga,
to check
there's
very
this-
quickly and make sure she doesn't have some sort of world-ending artifact on her hip.
Linger, what kind of wand do you have?
Hawthorne.
I'm reading about
15 inches,
wands.
slightly springy.
Okay,
Oh my
no more
God.
Harry Potter reference. I have this one that I found in the Dragonborn's room. It's rather large. I assume he had very wide hands.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Possibly also big feet. I'm unsure.
Indubitably.
Well, you know what they say about people with big wands.
They do magic real good.
Overcompensating for their magic.
I was just reading about wands and I was just curious. Wand curious.
Well, you're welcome to see this one. I don't particularly require a wand myself,
I take the wand.
unless it's like a wand of the war mage, and then yeah,
Then I definitely require that.
well, then she just feed it to her book.
It goes into the binding.
Yep.
Feed me.
Yeah, I think Mira takes the Dragonborn's wand and takes a very good look at it, and yeah.
Make an arcana
Compares
check,
it.
Mira.
Okay.
Okay.
An 18.
Damn.
What the hell?
Mira's brain is just firing on all cylinders today.
I mean, fucking truly.
That -1 as well.
I know. Just some good rolls.
Blood starts pouring from Mira's nose
here
and
for it.
ears as the brain is working.
Overtime, yeah.
Definitely fits the description in the books of kind of spell focus. Doesn't seem to have too much more about it that you can tell right now. But certainly a magic wand for the channeling and casting of spells and other such things.
A magic wand for the ages.
Yes.
One wand to rule them all.
Well, not quite this one.
No, it is.
It is.
You found it at the start. Now we're going to Mordor.
Yeah.
No giant eagles, though. Sorry, guys.
We're taking the Hobbit
go with
to Isengard.
Riding
Go.
giant eagles
the
would just be
rings, but-
stupid.
Lord of the Rings, but it's just Warden carrying everyone.
Yeah.
It's not just Mira and the baby born anymore. It's everybody.
Yeah.
It is everybody.
Put little rocket boosters on your booties and just rocketeer us there.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, are you guys doing anything else while Chester is still pretending to work?
Mm-hmm.
Just vibing in the background.
I don't think we are. My character
No.
is literally doing the most exciting
Time
thing
skip.
to talk about, which is read.
Very well.
We be
She
reading.
turns the page. She licks her thumb just a little bit, but then doesn't use it because that would be gross. Instead, Rip jumps down and turns the page for her.
Nice.
She reads some more.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, we'll do that. I hate it.
So, after some time, the call eventually goes around, kind of just magically amplified throughout the entirety of the manor from what you can hear as it kind of echoes slightly through the closed doors of the library. And also, obviously, inside the library itself, calling for all the students to please exit the library quickly but cautiously and carefully. They may, of course, bring any research materials with them and continue in any of the available study rooms or indeed their bedrooms. But the library is being deep cleaned in order to ensure that there is no evidence of any hauntings that the town have been talking about or any magical mishaps, as they do so often tend to happen in a school for magic. Just making sure any lingering magics are dispelled and other similar ridiculous excuses.
I think at the mention of deep cleaning, you see Chester actually scared for the first time. Like maybe he's gonna have to do that. No, please. Oh God.
Anything but the mop.
Anything but the mop.
But yeah, the library slowly empties until it is just you, as far as you're aware.
Yes.
Did the name Alistair Frost ring any bells? I don't have any notes on that it did, but I'm sure that we would have discussed that already.
It did not.
Okay. I didn't think so. There's only the name and no note beside it.
It is Alistair
Okay.
Frost is the name on the front of the journal.
Yeah, that's why I figured I probably already asked about it.
Yeah.
Just checking.
It's all good.
All right. Well, we're all here now. We're all sort of barricaded in. Should we lock the doors, perhaps? Set up defensive positions. I'm willing to go to sleep again if you think that might help. Or you,
will
know,
fortify
if
this
you want to
position.
volunteer.
I'll volunteer to sleep for sure. I love sleeping.
I will fortify this position. Warren just pulls out like an enchantment shovel and starts digging like a trench line.
Oh my god. Amazing.
What's Linger doing? Watching the three idiots.
Linger is going to be checking her components. She'll go ahead and summon her quill and have it ready. She has to be studying. She knows she needs to be studying. It's not just convenient for her that studying is a lure. She's gonna go ahead and cast mage armor.
Nice. What does Linger's
probably
mage
a good
armor
idea.
look like?
Is that frosty shell, kind of like what I assume people in the coolers in the morgue probably have, like a layer of frost on their skin from being in the
Hmm.
drawers, you know?
Nice.
I don't know that for a fact. I've never been to a morgue. I've never seen, a fresh dead body.
A fresh dead body.
Like Ziploc fresh. I've never seen it. So, just
Well,
guessing.
It's fresh frozen. Fresh frozen out of the can.
Gordon Ramsay has so much to
flash
say
frozen.
about that.
Like when you get flash frozen,
Yeah,
like peas
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
maybe
the
that's
layer
a
of
better.
frost on the outside, yeah.
They're just as nutritious as regular peas.
Right.
It's just
So
whenever
like that.
anyone says frozen, my inner Brit takes over and I get mad because Gordon tells me I should be.
God.
Okay, so she's got that lovely freeze dried look.
Ooh.
Which
Freeze
I guess
dried
kind
lingo.
of, probably sparkles just a little bit as frost is wont to do.
When it catches
But-
these kind of glowing green flames.
Which hopefully by now is enough of a signal to Mira to maybe do the same. But if not, Linger will kind of snap her fingers and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, hi. Oh, yeah, they gotta do the thing. I'll do the
As
thing.
Mira's still just doodling.
Yeah.
And can I just go up and do like a smiley face, like how you open up like a freezer door at like a store? It's like frosted over,
On
so
the
you used to do a quick smiley
condensation, yeah.
face. Yeah.
Nice.
like on Linger."
On her forehead,
Yeah.
please.
You can try to touch her. She'll lean back and look at you like you're strange, but she won't.
No touch, only look.
Yeah, she's like a cat. Pet me with your eyes.
Pet me with your eyes.
She might when she realizes you're not actually trying to hurt her, she'll like hold up the back of her hand and let you do it
Yes.
on that. And just sort of shake her head because she realizes the group she's with. Oh dear.
Hi.
Mm,
We're
dear.
dumb.
So there you go, Mitch. If you hit her on the back of her hand in the smiley face, she does not have armor there.
The only unarmored place, the Achilles
You have to
back of
call.
the
You have to
hand.
call it though, which means you have disadvantage. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Should glow red too, just so we know.
Yeah.
It's the critical hit spot right there.
Mhm.
Um,
No.
Cool.
You
What does
can't
Mira's
do
mage armor
that.
look like? I don't remember.
It looks like water. It's just like
Okay. Like constant water.
yeah, it's just like kind of like like constant water like flowing all around. Like she's encased in a
bubble suit.
bubble suit.
Yeah.
Bubble suit.
Yeah.
Bubble
That has
suit.
to be so distracting for Mira. That's a lot of sensory stuff happening. She's just no wonder the poor girl has a fried out brain. It's just constant.
I think her brain is just kind of constant though, but it's all like dumb shit. She has like an internal monologue, but it's really stupid.
10 different movie soundtracks playing all at once.
Yeah, they're all Marvel movies. Every single one of them.
Well, you know what I do? Your armor, your respective armor is quite impressive. I wish I had some of that myself. I'm easy to hit, and sometimes that's not fun.
Thanks, mine is water.
Water, and that appears to be ice. That's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna look into developing a steam armor of some sort, and we can get the whole gamut covered.
And then we can get one for Warden, and it'll be
I think we got them all. Unfortunately, I don't know
it'll-
what the fourth
it'll-
one is.
it'll be
The fourth state of matter.
The fourth state of matter. No, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm very curious
got
what
this,
you're gonna say
Mira.
next.
it'll be it'll be really thick water.
Oh boy.
Like
Like
you
mud?
put your hand in it and it, like slime.
Lime. Okay, yeah, that's the sort of water, I suppose.
And you touch it, and you sometimes it smells really good, and it crunches. I saw someone selling this slime.
You really lost me there.
So when I was selling my bath bombs for a while, there was this
You what now?
person. My bath bombs?
I'm not familiar. It sounds dangerous.
Hold on.
There's something explosive ordnance.
And she reaches into her
Ward is
bag.
just like, wait, I didn't realize we were traveling with heavy artillery. Good.
She pulls. Mira pulls out a bath bomb and Warden pulls out a landmine.
Whoa.
It's a
For
bath
the
bomb.
library.
It's like she's like a small ball-shaped thing, and she's like, "You put it in your bath, and it makes you smell good and helps you relax."
I will have to try one of those, most definitely.
Oh, here, she'll just hand you the one that she has. This one is like peppermint.
Ooh, that's for the holidays.
Yeah, perfect for holidays. Well, for some holidays, other holidays, maybe you want to smell like the ocean, or maybe you want to smell like cinnamon, or maybe you want to smell like an orange, or maybe you want to smell like a lemon.
Like a tree for Arbor Day.
Yeah, or a tree for Arbor Day, or maybe you want to smell like labor. I don't know, for Labor Day.
I tend to skip that one.
Oh, you're so funny. She does not get it. Yeah, I was selling these bath bombs, and then this lady next to me was selling. She called them slimes, and they were in these little containers, and you could put like little crunchy things on them, and it was supposed to help you relax. And you put your hand in them, they went.
Okay, ASMR a little bit.
A little bit like asthma.
Nazmar.
Yeah, like an asthma.
Like an ASMR. Yes, that's what I meant. Yep.
Wasn't it someone here who said they wanted to play the ASMR Asmar?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, I thought it was someone here.
Yeah,
It was Lindsay because she's
it
a
will be my next
genius.
character. I will practice my sounds and everything.
Welcome to
Practical Hero. I'm Mira.
I'm gonna hook up extra microphones so that we can get the
God.
scratching of my
You
pencil.
gotta get the ear ones.
It was
full
yeah,
surround
I was gonna,
sound.
it was Lawrence who told me about the ear ones. He's like, it's
Yeah.
weird, don't look it up. And I did, and I was like,
So
it is so
strange.
weird.
What?
There's
There's
like,
like-
an
Oh, boy.
ASMR microphone that has an ear on each end.
Oh.
And you whisper into
For
like
left
the
and
ear.
right audio.
Yeah, I don't need that.
What, you don't
Every
want to
time
put
you
your mouth
cast-
directly in an ear to talk?
No.
Every time you cast Mage Armor, you just put like a plastic bag over the mics. Like it's the power encasing you.
Nice.
Your ear session. I hope you're doing
It's a big hit with Ferengis.
well. Enjoying the whispering. My name is Stephanie, and I'm going to be playing Yara. How's it sound?
Whispering.
Very, very
yeah.
whispery.
Did anyone get the tingles or whatever ASMR people get? I don't know. This just
I
doesn't
usually
work
need to smoke pot to get the tingles.
to.
But pot and ASMR, I'm just
Meanwhile,
saying.
I see you
I'm
drink a
trying
lot
to
of water
figure
to get
out
the
how-
tingles.
If I drink a lot of water, I get the tingles.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, wait, we've gone. We've ruined the game. We've gone left.
So I'll see you guys for campaign 3.
I'm going to play cleric.
No. And ASMR bard, I guess.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be the way to go.
Or druid. I could do a druid.
Oh, yeah.
This is the sound of wind going through the trees of my homeland.
You paint with all the colors of the wind.
I don't
So
know
while
how
you guys
Linger
are-
needs to react to this information. He's not very sensitive, but I also don't want to be a dick.
Which information?
You know, just everything in the book that
Yeah.
Mira doesn't remember about her past. You know, that whole chestnut.
Does this is sort of a, I guess, out of character question. Does Linger know that what she's reading is about Mira?
Yeah, Mira
Yes, okay.
said it was her father's book, so I think she would make the leap.
Okay.
Here's the real question: does Mira know that it's about Mira?
I guess, yeah.
The even bigger question, is it even about Mira?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
truly.
mean,
don't know.
it is still a leap on Linger's part. It's not
Mhm.
confirmed. It's just that this is a book about. I mean, she might be like, "Do you have a sister?" I guess would be the starting
What?
point.
You know what they say.
You know
miss
anyone named
100% of the
Alice.
shots you don't take.
It's true.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you following up with Mira on the contents of the journal?
Probably not right this minute. We have this other thing going on. It's probably not the best time to further distract Mira with possibilities.
She's like swirling water hands through the. Whoa.
Yeah, I think there's a time and place for it, and that time and place is not necessarily right now.
This is why we liked Spanner and we like Linger. They respect that there is a time and place for certain discussions to be had. You know, not when other people are doing things. Not when the volatile friend is not needing to be distracted.
Yeah, maybe, you know, like not when someone's about to cry in front of a bowl and have a whole scene, you know.
But as you all entertain
I'm not bitter.
yourselves. No, you're Mura. Hey.
No, this is Patrick.
If we don't laugh, we'll cry. As you guys entertain yourselves, as time is passing, Linger's kind of studying, but is Linger kind of keeping like one eye open proverbially for
Yes, so is
goings on?
so is Rip. Rip is standing in the center of the table and just every 6 seconds turning a quarter turn,
He's like a Mick.
quarter turn, quarter turn. Quarter
He's
turn.
on sentry mode.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Cool. So, what's everyone else doing while Linger's studying and occasionally looking through her Ripsy TV?
Mm-hmm.
A joke that played out a lot better in my head.
No, I giggled.
I heard.
I smirked.
I heard the
I
pity
hesitated.
giggle, and I thank you.
No, it wasn't pity.
No,
It was a genuine giggle.
Is anyone else?
Chester,
doing
you're
anything
going
in
to see
particular?
occasionally him lick his mage hand, and then that flips the page.
The
I
invisible
roll
mage
again.
hand, so he just sticks.
Yeah, he just sticks his tongue out every once in a while. on the
and then a
page.
page turns.
Should I
Amazing.
roll again?
Yeah, if you want to carry on
Or all right.
playing with dog.
Do better.
You know what? I've been watching you do that. Just it seems like you really know what you're doing. But should you wish any additional aid in these tasks that you've undertaken, please feel free to use these words as a sort of boon. And you can have a bardic inspiration for
As
this.
a source of inspiration, if you will.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see. 17
D6.
and a D6
Yeah, look at
plus
that.
5.
Mira, the
Great.
dog that
Yeah.
turns to face you has 5 machine guns. No. The war machine has arrived. No, I mean with a 25. 25? No. Yes?
No,
22.
Yeah, 22.
It's because I'd looked at it, I had 20 in my head, and then I looked back and saw the 5 from the D6, and brain went, yes, 25. But yes, with your 25, you managed to first of all, most importantly, retrieve the bolt from where it had rolled off the table and kind of into a slight gap in between two of the floorboards. You fix it up, and you realize something's not quite right, so you just make sure Mura's not watching and just kind of disassemble the entire back half of the dog, realizing that kind of when it broke, it didn't break thoroughly. So whilst yes, it's great none of the pieces are broken, a couple of them had become dislodged and had kind of ratcheted onto each other and were stopping each other moving properly. And as you kind of start assembling it back together, you get the feeling you're putting them all in the right place. You put the last screw back in, the last bit of clockwork machinery. Looks like it's all back together in one piece, and it should, if you've done it right, however it functions, possibly be able to again. Is Warden particularly knowledgeable on arcanomechanics? This fusion of magic and kind of steampunk clockwork in my world.
I feel like he definitely knows, or is at least familiar with like the mechanical side of it, being a warforged.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like he has had to replace bits and pieces here and there of himself. So,
Yeah. So
you know,
yeah, I mean, as you reassemble this dog, it's definitely like a very interesting combination of like, realistically speaking, this should be a pretty simple piece of clockwork machinery, but whoever put this together has made something definitely way more advanced than it needs to be. Or like not necessarily that it needs to be, but way more advanced than it had to be or could have been. There's a couple of bits you don't think you've really been able to replicate fully from just reassembling it. But this should be a pretty good clockwork doggo.
all right. I'm going to. Is there like an on switch or?
Make an investigation check.
Wilco. 15.
The temptation is just be like, there's a little red switch right between
No. No. Bad Mitch.
So, Mura, where
Hi.
is the on switch? How does
It's-
this dog get turned on?
It's right
Is
on
it-
the back.
Is it like an old car where you need to like crank it?
Oh, maybe,
It's the Beyblade. You
yeah.
just pull the ripcord and the dog starts spinning.
Kind of would be if it's like clockwork, and then you have to wind it essentially.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's I mean it's clockwork with like a hint of magic to it, basically. So I mean, Warden would know there is a lot of variation between arcanomechanical styles. A lot of the time will have like the classic, you put in a key to wind it up, you take the key out and it will just keep going, partially because of the inertia of the clockwork itself keeping itself going, but also magic making sure that like any of the energy being lost from the clockwork machinery moving is actually being converted back into energy to keep it moving. Or not converted, but recycled. But yeah, with your
Yeah.
investigation check, you find the on switch. Or the little hole for the key to crank.
Yeah. He's going to turn it on.
Work.
You crank one out. The dog is now on and active with a little mechanical bark. Mura, you recognize the sound of your dog.
My doggy! You fixed him, Warden! She like runs over and hugs you. Oh, you did it!
I helped.
Thanks, Chester.
Don't mention it. There was no issue whatsoever.
Wow, it's so awesome. Look at him. Ark, 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 ark. She's barking at him.
You
It
see, the
poops.
camshaft broke, but that's fine. I was able to fix that.
No, what?
Besides that, you needed an oil change, and that will be $400.
How many doll
I also put
hairs
in-
do you have?
Also put in some new spark plugs.
Okay. I don't have any
Make sure to bring him back up to 2,000 miles.
I don't have any money.
Okay. I'll just hand you the dog.
Thanks. She hugs Warden. Thanks, Warden.
Remember, Warden, you were going to let me do the negotiating should the time arise. But that's fine. That's fine. There's a special circumstance, I believe.
Uh-huh. Well, you don't need to charge me money. I'm Mira. I keep you in bath bombs.
Exactly.
So much better. What kind of bath bomb would you like, Warden?
Do you have any with rust proofing in them?
Any with what?
Rust proof? Some sort of rust proofing device?
Oh my god,
Concoction.
A
WD-40.
bit
bath
WD-40.
Love that smell.
Oh, man.
bomb. What is your most powerful bath bomb?
Cannot handle my most powerful.
Jeez. I don't know. I can.
You have like a spicy or like peppery bath bomb?
Probably start
Yeah.
taking a pepper, like a black pepper one.
I'll take that one.
Okay. I think it would be like black pepper and orange, maybe like a little bit of vanilla. It's gonna smell really like sexy, but also like very crisp. Like
Hell
it's
yeah,
a
sexy
sexy
water.
Christmas.
Gotta put that in my inventory.
I call this elf, hot elf. I'm joking. I don't call it that. That was a joke. This one's pepper orange. I'm workshopping it.
Pepper orange.
If you have a better name than pepper orange, let me know. But I did it because I put orange peels, I dried them, and then I put them in it, and I went with the little like a little grater, and I put little orange thingies in it, and then I just took a lot of pepper and I went, and I put pepper in it. It's sorry. Sometimes it makes me sneeze. Probably a good thing I'm getting it out of my purse. You can use that anytime to do bath bombs. Perfect bath bomb device. Perfect for that. It's perfect.
So, as you guys continue waiting and studying, who else? So obviously, Linger is keeping an eye and an ear out. Who else is actively listening or keeping an eye out?
I think Amira would be, because she's gonna just like kind of copy what Linger's doing.
Warden can now, since you finished that.
Chester mostly just watching his companions so that when they're looking at him, he makes sure he looks like he's really doing some good work. Ah, yes.
Okay. In that case, no, perception checks, please. Not investigation.
Ooh. $14.
3.
4.
3. Oh wait.
God.
Ooh.
Do you want me to have advantage with Rip or no?
Do you-
I'm fine with whatever.
Would you normally get advantage with Rip?
Yeah, that's one of the perks of having a
Then
familiar.
yes.
That's the constant help action.
Yeah.
But I just don't constantly use it because it's lame. I always use it.
But also, you did take the time to specifically
Yeah.
point out before how he was helping you. So
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like
the only
when
reason
some
I
people
asked.
are like, "Oh, I just failed the roll. Actually, I have advantage because he'd taken
the
it."
only reason I
It
asked.
had already been established, so we're okay with it.
19.
19. So linger. Down towards the bottom of the library. So the door that leads to the potion lab.
Mm-hmm.
You hear possibly the sound of a door opening and closing. As Rip like spins and points.
Rip has indicated there is a sound from I believe that was the potions room. A door may or may not have opened and closed. I don't know how that is relevant to us in the library, but it was my understanding that the campus would be generally sort of in there. What is it you call it, Mira? Sleepy times.
Yes,
Right now.
it's in the sleepy time.
It is suspicious that someone is currently in the potion room.
Yes, they should be sleeping. It is the time of sleeping. I mean, maybe they're nocturnal or something, like an animal that's nocturnal. That's a
Could
really
be.
big word for Mira.
That is. It could also be a potion that requires attention every so many hours.
Oh yeah. Well, it wouldn't hurt if we went and talked to them and was like, hey, hi, how are you? How's your potion? How is your night potion? Maybe they're actually brewing like a potion for sleeping and they needed to get it because they were having problems.
I don't think we all need to go inquire, but if one or two of you want to go check on it, I feel like that's a reasonable approach.
All right, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. So I'm also going to say, if you wish to sneak up, perhaps I could do that, but perhaps that's not needed. Rock, paper, scissors, I do enjoy.
All right. Okay. Let us
Is this going to work with any time delays here? We'll see. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
hold on. I wasn't ready.
No, is the answer. Rock, paper,
scissors, shoot. Ah.
I just did rock twice.
I didn't even see it the first time.
Because my brain is like a rock.
My brain is like
full.
scissors.
It's cutting. Yes. Very, very smart of you to say that. All right. You didn't say it sarcastically.
Yeah, let Warden go. Go, Warden, go. Go, Warden, and Chester, go. Both of them together.
Yeah, Warden's going to try to sneak to the door. Does he have to go to the hallway first, or is there a door right to the
No. So yeah, so right where you've just moved yourself to, there is in fact a door which leads directly into the potions lab.
Okay, so he's going to put his ear to it first to see if he hears anything.
Well, as you are sneaking over to that door, do you want to first make me a stealth check?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, not 20 for 23.
Well then, screw me, I guess. As you start sneaking on over to the door, as you get closer and closer to about where Warden is currently stood, if I just pop you back a bit, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. So as you get about there, so you to the point where like you can kind of peer around the bookshelf next to you, you can see closing the door behind them does appear to be a rather large individual entering the library.
Entering the library.
Yes, they don't appear to have seen you, although Warden is rapidly stomping up behind you.
He is gonna try to startle him and see if that, anything interesting happens. Chesterfields, please meet you.
Okay.
He's gonna say real quick, right in his face. Like
You,
a surprise attack, but a greeting
with words.
instead.
A surprise greeting.
A surprise greeting.
Surprise party.
You jump out and introduce yourself as the figure, certainly startled, jumps back. Their face kind of comes into the glowing green torchlight. You can see the tattooed bald head of a familiar Goliath.
Hello there. Yes, we have introduced.
Hello.
You got a...
To be up to breath.
Is that because I startled you?
Yes.
You know you're not supposed to be in here.
And neither are you.
We are the cleaners. And he does air quotes and just keeps going like that.
Make a
This is-
deception check.
Visual for the those watching. Deception. I'm okay at. I rolled another 20 for a 25.
Jesus, dude, that's 2 nat 20s in a row.
Oh yeah, weird.
He just kind of brings a hand up to scratch his head and just... Okay. Don't let me get in your way.
We won't, as you will be vacating shortly.
Yes. I will shortly leave. First, the small-ish, white tiefling you're traveling with. Where is she?
Why do you ask?
I much desire to speak with her.
She may or may not be about. I will check, perhaps. Warden, and standing here with this individual just so he doesn't get lonely.
Or just nods.
And Chester gonna back up towards where Linger was sitting. Linger, you remember that Goliath gentleman, fairly tall? I mean, not as tall as me, of course, but fairly tall.
Yes, the one that was hearing the whispers and then did not hear the whispers. Yes.
Yeah, he has requested your presence. I did not want to just say, yeah, she's right over there. So, what do you think? Would you wish to talk to him? It's a little suspicious.
It is. However, I have you three here with me to help navigate any untoward advances. So,
yes.
You may see him over.
All right. He'll walk back. The lady will see you now.
She's just sat at one of the tables, all her stuff spread out. Yeah, send him in.
Chester gonna make sure he's within
Very
10
hurt.
feet. Because this has got a 10-foot reach. Because he's a bugbear and they have 10-foot reach.
She'll be sitting at the table with her hands clasped in front of her, with her sitting on her spell book. It's open and ready. Quill in hand.
Nice. He
Rip. Hands on hips. If he could squint, he might be squinting. You don't know. The mask
Nice.
prevents seeing. But
under that mask, whew, the stink eye.
the look. So much.
He kind of looks at the others a bit nervously and just, I was somewhat hoping we could speak privately. One wizard to another.
I'm afraid, given the circumstances of the dangerous nature of events that have occurred here, that's simply not an option.
We're all magic users here.
Squints
If
at
it makes you
Warden.
feel any better, the aptitude level of my companions is not quite as advanced as others. So there are certain concepts that you would not need to worry about discussing.
In English, you can say whatever you want. We're not going to remember it anyway.
Yeah, they're too dumb to get it. It's fine.
These are dumbass. These stupid.
She's trying to say it as nicely as she can.
I love her.
My friends are very dumb. It's okay to talk.
Please excuse them. They're very stupid.
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Ooh.
Always a
Oh.
fun question coming from your DM.
Garbage. It's
Mine's the highest.
yeah, mine's like 11.
Yeah, also 11. I think from Jack of all trades, probably. That's why that's 11, right?
Probably.
Mine is
Interesting.
13.
Excellent. So he kind of like holds his arms behind his back. You know when you're like kind of, I can never think of how you describe it, but you know when you're like holding your hands behind your back basically and like just kind of holding onto them like that, you know. Like when a kid comes in and they're like, Mom. Hands behind
You're
their
at parade
back.
rest.
Yeah. He kind of puts his hands behind his back quite like that. And I, of course, understand, but I would really rather we speak this through alone in private. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Linger?
Uh-oh. What the fuck?
As he passed his sleight of hand check.
You know what? Good for him.
He's got a knife!
He's good. What's that you got there? It's a knife.
Excellent. It's a 6.
It's 6. As Linger, you are now charmed, I'm sure. Both
Sure.
in character and magically, you've been charmed.
I suppose she'll stand and sort of dust her dress off. Not really dust it off, but smooth it out. We'll just step over a few feet. I'm sure it will be fine.
You sure? Oh, okay.
I would prefer not, but also you are your own person. So whatever you wish shall be commanded.
We gotta let Linger do her own thing, you know?
Is
He
it her
is
own
going
choice?
to.
Now, I will say just because she's charmed does not mean she's willing to go out of eyesight,
Okay.
because there's still self-preservation.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely. You're charmed. You're more
Out of-
susceptible to his suggestion. Doesn't mean.
Yeah.
And he's just said, "Let's talk privately." You can talk privately while still within eyesight of the others.
yeah,
Um,
so just moving away.
And he kind
Just
of like
gonna put-
gestures for you to take the lead on where to speak privately.
Chester's gonna just put his mage hand right on Linger's shoulder, just give a little squeeze so you know at least that's there. It can't really do much, but it's there with you.
Okay. Yeah. I guess just move down a row. So.
Mm-hmm. Or I guess
Still visible, but low voices. I mean, it's a library. Yes. It's made to kind of dampen sounds anyway. So as long as they keep their voices down, it's private. Enough.
He walks over towards you.
She crosses her arms.
Excellent. Yes. So sorry to be so insistent, but I'm afraid it is really quite a private and somewhat urgent matter.
All right, then perhaps we do away with any of these pleasantries and you get right to the business of what you would like to speak about.
Yes, excellent, because I am afraid I simply cannot let you leave with these secrets. They were promised to me, and I will learn them.
I hardly see how that is really up to you.
Can you make me a quick insight check? Sorry, just while you're responding.
Don't do it. No. 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 No.
No.
15.
15. Cool.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have a thing.
She has a thing.
I have a thing.
I love things.
And it's Rip. Say hello to my little friend.
Yes.
Throws it at his face.
Judgment.
Pocket Rip.
I'm gonna clear all these things out.
Let it rip.
I'm gonna use knowledge from a past life.
Okay.
Shady wizard being shady, she narrows her eyes.
I love this for you.
It is now a 19.
As you narrow your eyes at him, even through this charm that you can obviously feel at the back of your mind, as you're kind of squinting closely at him, you can see there's like a single bead of sweat rolling down the side of his head. You also, as well, I will give you from this insight, you do remember from when you were talking with him, or when he had been speaking before about enchantment magic, he had expressed a very strong disdain for enchanting people as opposed to items. And as you're kind of narrowing your eyes at him, you notice his eyes seem to have almost completely rolled back. He definitely doesn't seem to be acting like the same individual you spoke with before. And you watch as he reaches down towards his belt. And I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Ooh.
Okay.
She blows her rape whistle. No.
Oh, fuck. 18.
Bad touch.
6.
15.
18.
Well, oh my god, Linger and I get to go at the same time. Yeah.
And not add to the tracker. Weird.
I didn't click my token.
I didn't click my token. Sorry.
How do I add manually? It's not letting me.
I'll just do it again. This time right.
Yeah. Wow, you just wanted a better initiative, didn't you? Ugh.
Oh, mine didn't add either. I should probably.
No, wait.
Hold on.
You can change it.
I need to find me. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Okay, click on Mira, go to sheet, initiative.
Wow.
Also
Jeez.
somehow better. It was an 18 now. So.
Wait, you both rolled the same both times. This is getting some weird rolls
There
today.
you go. Yeah. I adjusted mine.
The hers was an at 20, mine was a 19.
Well, aren't you fancy?
16. Cool. Cool.
Better, you should be able to change yours in the.
Can I change my own?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll change it.
Boom. There we go.
Make life easier for Mitch.
Don't
There we
make Mitch's life easier.
So,
He doesn't deserve that.
wow.
I'm joking.
First things first. On the simultaneous initiative, we have Mura, who has no idea any of this is happening in Eyeshot, but they're just talking. And Linger, both acting simultaneously.
I think Linger gets to go first because she knows what's happening. So I think that like simultaneous is generous. Also,
I mean, she needs to get back to her book. She did not take it with her, so she's going to sprint back to her book.
Why
As
do
her
you
movement.
These are all 5-foot squares, BT dubs. Although the ruler probably doesn't work because it really didn't like this map.
Yeah, she's got plenty of movement then to get back to her book.
Okay.
And
It will trigger an attack of opportunity.
yeah, I figure.
However,
But she was charmed, so there was no reason for her to collect all of her shit. She was just stepping away to talk.
yeah.
understandable?
He is not a war mage, apparently. So he will forego the attack of opportunity this time. We'll just say it kind of catches him by surprise because, you know, you're supposed to be charmed, not running away. And he just like reaches out to grab at you, Linger, as you run past and just swings wide. Because let's be honest, if he had gone for an unarmed strike, it would have done one
he could still
plus
do it.
-1 damage, so you'd have taken no damage. He can, it just wouldn't have done anything.
And she's not really like sprinting back like something's terribly wrong. It's more of a he went for his belt. She
Just
doesn't.
going over here, just don't mind me.
Just getting my book. I need to get my book now.
I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just
And
power walking.
yeah, heels clicking on the floor, that sort of thing. She's not going to be like he's attacking because we don't know that. More just he said some questionable things, and she's just preparing herself. And as such, she'll prep a spectral shot, just kind of getting that ready if he attacks anyone. That's the trigger. Yes,
Okay.
just for attacking,
Okie dokie.
and that's what we're doing.
Mira, as you see Linger just hurriedly walking back and collecting her things.
Very weird. Since I see Linger do that and I see her, I assume, crack the book to do a spell, I will also prepare. I'll hold an action, Eldritch Blast, if he attacks anybody.
Okay.
So that's my turn. I'm gonna stay right there, though.
I'll stay right there. Cool. He sighs heavily and casts mass power word kill.
Oh my
Whose health
god!
is under 100.
We all quit.
Then a Tarask drops from the ceiling, then attacks you all, and it has a surprise round because you didn't see it on the ceiling.
We didn't check the ceiling.
You didn't. He pulls out his wand. A rather lovely, long, ornate wand.
Does it look like any of the ones that I saw in the books?
No, but it does seem to have been
Yes.
carved from stone. Like a nice
Interesting.
long stone rod. not rod. And he opens his mouth and there's just this stream of unintelligible words babbling out. He is going to... You watch as he points his wand towards Linger and lets loose an arcane burst with an 8 to hit.
It doesn't hit. Let's see if my spectral shot hits.
And me, then me.
Wizard duel, wizard duel, wizard duel.
Yeah.
And
A
Vera.
19.
Yes.
Hit.
19 will hit as you deflect the spell and fire off one of your own.
And that's 6 points of damage. And he's not
Nice.
undead, I don't think.
You don't think, and he doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be.
Yep. That only matters, because of the spell, not because I'm trying to. So yeah, the little streak of ghost bursts out of the spine of the book like a machine gun. Pierces him right in his shoulder.
Nice.
My turn.
Yeah, so
Eldritch
Mira, you
Blast.
watch as this, it almost seems like a spray of gravel almost, but in magical form flies towards Linger, and Linger just kind of deflects it very skillfully before retaliating with a
Wow.
blast from her book.
I'm gonna hit him.
Will.
Yeah.
It's a 19.
19
Weird.
Oh.
He is going
Are you gonna do 6
to
damage?
take a reaction.
What?
Yeah.
That is so weird.
Apparently,
Oh my
I
God.
am gonna do 6
Uh,
damage.
He's going to use his
Bizarre.
reaction. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Me?
Yes, Mira.
Uh-oh. No. That's a soft 20.
Damn. On a failed save. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. So you fire off this eldritch blast towards him. You watch as he turns the wand towards it, and you see him kind of flick the wand in Warden's direction like he's expecting something to happen, and the eldritch blast just thunders into his chest for 6 points of force damage.
Yeah, suck
As
it.
he staggers backwards.
Suck it, Trebek.
Cool, that will end his turn. Warden.
Wonderful. I want to fastball Mira's bath bomb into his face. There's a reason why I chose the pepper one.
I mean, why not? You can
Hey, bath bombs.
absolutely try. My bath bombs.
My bath bombs.
What would you like me to roll for that?
We'll treat it as a ranged attack, obviously with an improvised weapon. Do you have disadvantage with improvised weapons? This so rarely comes up in my games. I can never remember. I know it's treated like
just don't-
it's a
don't get your
D4, I think, for
proficiency.
any. Yes,
I don't get
that's it.
proficiency, so
And it's a D4 for the damage, isn't it, for an improvised weapon?
Just wait till you take Tavern Brawler next.
And he's just launching bath bombs at everyone.
You jest.
pocket bomb.
See, this is why I brought Ethan on, because he'd do funny things like this.
Uh,
Bear with me
so
one-
for the attack, do you just want like a dexterity check as like the attack?
Yes, please. Improvise.
All right.
weapon. Yeah, 1d4 damage.
That's Nate.
An 8 will not hit as you throw the bath bomb, and it just kind of thonks into the side of his head and bounces onto the floor. So
Damn,
it hits him.
that's
It just doesn't have the desired effect.
It just burst into powder.
It just kind of hits him on the side of the head, does no damage, and just slowly rolls a little bit back towards you. And he just
Damn, that thing
looks
is
down at it,
solid.
looks up at you. Still in the prototype stage, apparently.
Hmm.
Dropping
You're
in the
not
bath, the
supposed
bath
to
breaks.
You're not supposed to throw him anywhere except for in the bath.
Well, I'll Subin bathing in his blood as Warren moves into fun range.
My God.
Are you doing anything else with your turn? Having failed to
I'm assuming
smoke bomb him with a bath bomb?
that probably takes my action, so I'll just
That certainly takes your action.
I'll just draw my weapon and just get close. And I'll probably pick up the bath bomb
It was fun.
Later. later.
I'll allow you to pick up the bath bomb. It's just a bath bomb.
Thank
You
you.
now know that it doesn't work as you'd hoped.
Hmm.
I thought you said these were bombs. Chester.
Chester gonna take his position behind Warren, which usually works out pretty good for him. He's gonna look at this tattooed Goliath. Sir, your bearing and slapdash tattoos make me think you for sure have a tramp stamp. And he's gonna cast vicious mockery on him.
It's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Did you just say this professor has a tramp stamp?
100%. You
I
can tell.
love that.
Yeah, wisdom save.
19.
So he passes.
Please, that would not be professional.
Why not? No one can see it.
Then he's going to use his
about his tattoos.
bonus action. Since his mage hand was there the whole time, he's going to use it to try to knock him prone. So that'll be a strength save. As well.
That is a 14. Man, I do have to apologize. These
Bill.
blue dice are absolutely slaying. I have these blue and gold dice. I was using them in my session on Monday. I rolled multiple nat 20s. Every time I rolled my d4 for damage, it was just straight 4s.
I wish I had that same luck with this round, but I did not. In fact, I did nothing. And that'll be me.
Mura and Linga.
Linger first.
Mura looks to Linga for directions.
Help me.
Yeah, for real. I think it is imperative that we take him alive. Please try not to kill him, although restrain him and gag him would be advisable.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried to, but no luck so far.
Some people like that.
Unfortunately, none of my magics can account for that, so... Oh well. And, let's see, we'll go with a ray of sickness, just a jet of bright cyan ghostly light
Nice.
with
It's
a 19
con
to
save.
hit.
Oh, it's a hit to hit, is it? With Ray of Sickness.
It is a to hit.
Then you hit.
And 8 points of poison damage, and now a constitution saving throw.
Damn, is charm person not concentration? Surely it's concentration. Oh, just says 1 hour, no C. Interesting. So 8 points of damage and a constitution save.
Yeah. I think because charm person breaks as soon as you like make an attack.
Yeah, that makes
so,
sense.
Kinda.
10.
All right, they failed their con save and are poisoned until the end of their next turn, or the end
Oh,
of the end of
yeah.
my next turn. Sorry.
Ooh, even better.
Excellent.
And
Let me add a little poison thing to him. If I can. If
Yeah.
there's one that looks like it.
it's the little
I'll just give him a little
It's a-
green dot. Oh,
it's
that's
like
a
a
big green dot. Damn.
ghostly poisoned apple.
Very
You
poisoned.
know, like it's got the little skull and crossbones on it.
Hell yeah.
And as it gets to him, like a bite chomps out of it, sprays the poison in his face.
Love that. So it's disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include spell attack rolls? Because it
Attack
doesn't
rolls.
specify melee attack rolls, it just says attack rolls, so I would assume so.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep.
Mira. Unless Linda was
Yeah.
moving.
Okay, I'm gonna. I am gonna move just a little bit. So linger. Oh, I can move linger. Interesting. Not what I wanted it to do. I will move here. Sorry, linger. I think you were there. I'll move here. Actually, I'll move here because I still have line of sight. Okay. First things.
That's a pillar. Or like
That's a
bookshelves.
pillar? I thought that was like a.
Oh,
It's a
table,
very
yeah,
large bookshelf. There's
I'm
books sticking out of it.
Oh, so I do have to go this way. I thought it was a table. Yeah, I thought these
No.
were chairs. Well, my bad. So I move here. Original here.
Mhm.
First thing I'm gonna do with my bonus action is I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Cool.
Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. Whenever I hit with an attack, so ignore that. And now I'm going to Eldritch Blast with my action. Because okay, the soft 20, does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. It's 5
5
plus
yes, plus hex.
2.
Plus 2. Cool. As another blast hits him
And-
square on.
So I get to choose one ability when you cast this spell. The target has disadvantage on the ability checks, but he already has disadvantage on ability checks because of what Linger did.
that's just for a round, though.
Oh. I choose that he has disadvantage on Wisdom?
Wisdom or strength is good for me. I will say that.
Wisdom. I pick wisdom. Wisdom, I choose you. So you use disadvantage on wisdom checks. And that is my turn.
Sweet.
Actually remembering to use Hex. It's amazing.
A good one.
That's actually pretty good. I've never really used Hex before, but
Nice. In that case, on his turn, although I accidentally just skipped past it on the tracker, but it's fine.
ignore that. I just have to put that I used it as my pack slot. I don't know why it's like continuing to do the thing that it's doing.
You watch as he kind of just looks at the three of you closing in on him and just taps his wand on his collarbone twice before turning invisible.
No!
Hmm.
What a dick.
So, people watching will be able to see him on the GM info overlay, but you cannot, as he vanishes.
All right, let me just check my stream
Yeah.
here. Okay, guys, he's.
So please no telling, guys.
Don't DM us or do.
Max, DM us, Max.
Warden.
All right. So when invisible, do I have disadvantage on attack rolls then, or?
Yes, because you cannot see him.
All right. I think I'm still gonna try. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm still gonna go in with my.
Currently have no idea where he is.
Can we
Did he
just
make a
swing
stealth check
out?
when he moved off?
Oh, wait, that's damage. Oops. My
That
bad. Ignore that,
Smart
savage.
idea, yes. He did now make a stealth check, and Warden doesn't know from his passive.
Okay.
16 and a... What? And a nat
16
one.
and a 6, yes. So with the nat 1 you do get inspiration because we're using 1D&D. But you do also swing repeatedly at thin air. Although you do nearly kill a book.
Get him, Warden.
But you stop yourself because you know Linga would be mad if you killed a book.
Unless if it was Harry Potter.
Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I think it's it for B.
Alrighty then. Chester.
Jeez. I'm debating doing the smart thing or the thing that he would do. Yeah, I'll just do the thing he would do. I'm gonna say such mean things to you once I can see. Oh wait, do I need to be able to see for vicious mockery? No, just hear.
I
Target
believe
can hear you.
off the top of my head it's a target that can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So
not many
listen
people play
here.
bards in my games.
Listen here, you invisible rapscallion. When you know what? I'm glad you're invisible because you're so ugly. And he's gonna cast
You're
vicious
ugly.
mockery.
Hey, you're ugly.
And he has disadvantage on wisdom.
Yes.
This wisdom save.
And oh no, it's a saving throw, not an ability check. Cool. But yeah, does he have a disadvantage on the saves from Hex or just ability checks?
I think it's just
this-
ability.
From Hex, it's
Off the top of my head.
it says ability checks. Sorry.
Because he failed anyway, but it was just like how bad.
Alright.
So he takes 1 point of damage and
He
has
takes
to
1
make
damage.
a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on invisibility.
Yeah, there's that, and a disadvantage on his next attack roll. Should he make one?
Oh, interesting. He succeeds the con save. So from somewhere, slightly echoing around the library, you hear, "You don't have to be so mean." You doing anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okie dokie. Linga and Mura.
Oh,
I
weird.
forgot to roll on his turn. Okay, cool. It didn't happen. Continue.
Yeah, we're just gonna hold a spectral shot for when we can see him because
Cool.
Her spells don't work if she can't see things. Pretty much.
Same with the other wizard.
Well, I mean, I guess. Nope, that's you can see. You can see.
The one
yeah.
issue with like half the spells are just one target you can see, or within range.
No, that's balance is what that is.
Yeah.
I have zero issue. So she's just gonna hold that spectral shot. Her quill is raised, sparking with necrotic energy.
Excellent. Mura?
Where did he go? Where did he go?
He's behind you.
Oh my god! I think Mira's gonna
he
move
isn't.
up in front of Warden and do something dumb. This is Mira.
Mira, something dumb? Never.
Never. Gonna cast. Oh, this is within. The range is 5 feet, so yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunderclap. 5 feet in front of me, obviously, because I don't want to hit my friends.
Excellent.
So yeah, if he's within that range, he's got to make a con save. And if he fails, it's a DC 13. He takes 2 damage. Not 6, just 2.
Cool.
Oh my god, stop.
What is happening?
I'm having problems.
Cool. The thunderclap goes off very loudly and continues to spam the chat.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm having problems as well at the moment. Everything just started flashing. Today is problem day, apparently.
It's Saturday. Every day is problem day.
Is Mira doing anything else?
Did it seem to hit anything?
A lot of books have now been blasted out of bookshelves.
We got him. Poor Gatorade and Warden.
We'll get him next time.
No, that's her turn, and she feels very proud of herself for doing nothing.
I could have done that.
You what?
No, man, like, cause we said that like Warren like drew back so he wouldn't hurt any of the books. He's like, I could have done that the whole time.
Mira picks up a book and says, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, we did give our word we wouldn't harm the books. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
On his turn, he is going to cast 5th level some DM bullshit, and he wins. You're all dead.
Fair enough.
Banned from the game? From all of D&D? Forever?
Lindsay vanished too.
She went to the bathroom.
I just got the message. Okay. He was about to try blasting Linger, so that'll be fun.
Right?
But anyway,
Question
he
mark?
started blasting. So anyways, I started blasting. The poison wears off because that was till the end of Linger's turn. And he is going to pop back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Just kidding, he doesn't have reverse gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go, now I can move him. He reappears, not that any of you can currently actually see him because he's on the other side of some bookcases now. But Linger can from around the pillar, so I will
Fantastic.
give Linger half cover because he is kind of having to like fire around that. It's not like a full pillar, it just kind of goes mostly up to the ceiling and has the torches hanging off it.
And she gets to
Mostly.
fire back at him too, so woo!
Yes.
And also, he has disadvantage from Vicious Mockery.
Yes. So I will roll a
And
second
poison.
die. Wow.
Just
So
having a rough day.
Damn. That was 2 very good rolls, even with disadvantage. So the lowest will be... Where's his stats gone?
Oh no, she had her rip. Not so poisoned.
Arcane burst plus that, so 23 to hit Linger with an arcane burst.
My fucking, that's a
Jeez.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 and a 17. That was just incredibly lucky on my end.
Ronnie, get those dice and throw them.
She can't hear you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So as Linger and the Stone Weaver just fire off spells into each other, Linger, you can re-roll your charm though, because you have now taken damage. I do believe. And as your shot fires...
Hold on, let me look up Charmed. Jesus. I thought it was already broken because he tried to attack. But let me double check.
Is it when he tries to attack or when he does
If he-
attack?
If he does anything harmful. Yeah. Which
Either
I
way.
would assume this is harmful.
It's broken.
harmful spells.
So it's just broke. charmed until spell ends or until you or your can do anything harmed. So yeah, the fact that he hits just breaks it, so
Yes.
it's just broken now.
Yeah, this one definitely breaks it. Cool. So you take, because I just realized I didn't actually roll the damage.
Mm-hmm. Important to know.
12 points of psychic damage.
Jesus.
Fuck
I'd be
me.
almost dead.
Wow.
How many hit points is Linger? She's got the most, though, almost.
23. She's
Yeah, I think I have the least.
And
My 18.
he takes 2.
How much HP does Warden have?
Me.
Thank God. I was like, please tell me Mira doesn't have the most. I have the second most, which is still very concerning, but...
And he's going
Yes.
to
It is.
5, 10.
Con, baby. I never
but
dump con.
the three of
Never.
you do hear the blast of magic from the other side of the bookcase. He might not be invisible anymore, and you might not be able to see past bookcases or through bookcases, but you definitely hear the and the as these
Oh, I'm gonna get him.
this spray of arcane stones and gravel comes flying around that pillar that Linger is firing spells back from. You see Chester the direction that Linger fires a spell
Yeah.
back in. That will end his
Yeah,
turn.
and she shouts out in pain as one is wont to do.
Yeah.
It's not silently hurt, you know it.
Hi,
It is
baby.
now Warden's turn, although the ruler doesn't really work on this map, but the squares are 5 feet.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Just because I could see it was like 10 squares, but it was like, yeah, it's like 11.2 feet, bro.
What setting do you have going on here?
This is what I was saying. Roll20 threw a massive hissy fit when I tried uploading this map. I'm never going to do it like this again.
Probably for the best, honestly.
Like, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that you could get measurements like this.
It's-
So 20.
That's actually what James from Radio D&D uses, like the really specific.
I use the Pathfinder ones.
30. That should be 30, I believe.
Panda, what are you
Uh,
doing?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hold on, let me zoom in. No.
I
'cause
can't really see the.
Yeah,
can't really see the-
You were here, weren't you?
Yeah, so
So it'd be
at 5, 10, 15,
There's 2
20.
squares there because the bookcases basically cover half a square, which is really annoying. If you get what I'm saying. So like, where you're currently stood, you're on the line between 2 squares.
Am I?
You can see if you look
so I can't go-
down past the
can't-
wall, that's the outside wall, you can see the size of the squares on the grid.
Okay. So this is square. Then I went corner,
Right.
and then
So 5, 10, 15, 20,
corner.
25,
Yeah.
30. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I know implementing math speed on roll 20. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go in for another attack now. Then
That will miss.
That's rough, buddy.
As you swing the greatsword at him and he just kind of twirls the wand back towards you and a spray of sparks goes up in your face and you kind of back up a bit, the swing goes wide. Is that your turn?
yeah, I really don't have any bonus actions.
Action
Just a
surge, action
feels.
surge.
I guess I could have action surge.
5, 10. Gonna get there. Ah, there you are. Good to see you again, that ugly mug of yours. Why don't you take a seat? And he's gonna try to shove him down again with his mage hand. Well, it's a strength. We just want to talk to you. That's all.
12.
Okay, so he's prone. Yes, much better. I prefer you from the prone position, where I can see your gross, ugly face better. And he's gonna catch this mockery. Okay, so 4 if he fails it.
12. So 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. And then he's gonna just go back here. Anyways, nice talking to you. And sort of hide behind the bookshelves again.
Nice. I assume that ends your turn?
It does, thank you.
Linger and Mura.
All right. So not liking the current state of things, Rip is going to spring off of Linger's tail, tumble, rush, cartwheel, and
Backflip for no reason at all.
yeah, it's a whole gymnastic routine down this row of books here, and will land with a very dramatic pose, little fist punched into the bad guy here's ankle, and we're going to cast. We're going to attempt to cast. Oh, love it! A natural 20 to cast inflict wounds.
The ankle explodes.
Yeah. Linger's eyes glow. Rip's eyes glow. There's a trail of necrotic energy from him, or from Linger to Rip. And so it's going to be 30 plus 21. Max dice. So 51 points of necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
How? Jeez.
She crit on an inflict wounds.
What happened to keeping him alive?
Well, Linger.
Well, you
like
see, what happened was the wizard.
He hit you first. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, she did explain that her spells can't not kill.
Yep.
So it had to be other people first. Yeah. So the and her necrotic energy isn't like black and gross. It's that ghostly cyan that you see. Pretty ghosts. Yeah. It crawls across the ground up through Rip, imbues into
power.
Yeah. Oh, Rip glows. It's magnificent. It's blinding for a moment. The energy winds and veins its way, like sets all the arteries ablaze in this person so that you can see them like creep up. But again, instead of like the black scary, it's this beautiful blue color that just comes up and gets to his eyes, and then he just then it gets gross, and he becomes exsanguinated and dehydrated and crumples in on himself.
What?
Oh my.
What? Mirror can't see anything. What happened?
And then Rip turns around and kind of dusts off his hands, starts moseying back.
I believe he died. I'm not a doctor, but I believe that man is dead.
It was death. What kind? Instant.
Oh man, Warren's gonna kind of like kick it a little bit. Like Darth Vader kicking around Obi-Wan's like cloak.
That's my favorite part of all Star Wars. That's my favorite part of every, that's it.
Just like under the helmet's like, oh, you would pull something like this, Obi-Wan.
I knew you were gonna pull some horse piss like this.
Where's the trap door?
Just stomping on it like you motherfucker.
I may have lost my temper. I apologize.
Mira comes around. I'll move my guy in a second to Warden and peeks around him. Is like, whoa, he's not. Oh. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's funny because his name was Stone Guy, and
It actually wasn't, but
he's now a stone.
I mean, we called him Stone Cutter, Stone Weaver, or something like that. But
No.
I believe his name was something else.
No,
He
I
did have a
thought
proper
his-
name, but Stoneweaver was another name that he used.
yeah,
I thought it was like his profession. Thank you,
No.
voice. Whoever said that.
Imagine being a stone weaver. How do you weave stones? They're hard.
Great effort.
Oh,
We've spills it into stones.
Linger's gonna come over and perhaps we should check his
Check for traps.
check his pockets.
check his
Check his
pockets for
pockets.
notes. He
News.
perhaps has a book on him. Any
How's his wand looking?
it's
about 6
dehydrated
inches.
and crumbled too. Still,
Added to
wow.
Muir takes his wand. I want to keep this. It's a rock.
Wand collection.
Another
She
fine
smells
addition
it.
to my collection.
Another
Um,
fine addition to my rock collection. She says that she still has that giant crystal that she took from the last campaign in her bag. I like rocks.
Well, as you all gather round the body of the Stoneweaver, why don't we go ahead and take a very quick break?
That's a good idea.
Good thinking.
Sweet. We'll see everyone back here in 10 minutes so we can investigate the large man's large wand.
No,
Bye.
it's already in the bag.
We're back.
Oh,
Hello.
we're back?
We're
How
back.
hot is it? No.
It's so hot. Never mind.
Yes, welcome back. Where when we left off, they just killed a school teacher.
Yeah.
Totally unprovoked.
Like you do.
He
Can't
walked
possibly
in
be any
to do
repercussions
some
for this.
research, and Linga said, "I hate this guy, and I'm going to kill him." Completely uncalled for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the competing lawyer would say.
I found his.
I think in
thesis
the
wanting.
UK they call them barristers.
You get a lawyer.
No. Warden's the type of person, actually, so is Mura, to like get arrested by the police and be in the interrogation room and just talk. Mura is 100% that person. When it's like, now Mura, make sure you ask for a lawyer, and she's like,
It's okay. We have Chester.
I'll get us out of this. It's the one thing I'm good at.
Mm-hmm. Counting on it.
you're good at so many things. Don't.
Mostly
would've
talking his
killed
way
me.
out of things.
Yeah.
Also, before we dive properly back into things, because it's also an awesome name, thank you, Dr. Chicken Wings, for the follow.
I did see that.
Thanks, Dr. Chicken Wings.
Thank you, Dr. Chicken Wings. That's my kind of Twitch name. I love it.
Dr. Chicken.
Dr. Wings, Dr. Chicken. Okay,
Now, I do want to know what the PhD is actually in, and if it is chicken wings related. So do feel free to let us know in chat.
I'd love to know. What is...
But speaking of knowing
What is-
things, you've murdered a teacher, and now you're investigating him. So Mura,
Is that what they call looting a body? That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
you retrieve the wand. What languages do you speak?
Oh. I speak Common, Elfish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
There are
Common
some...
Draconic.
Nice. There are some runes along the wand which are primordial, and they're just kind of like primordial runes, literally, of like air, fire, water, you know, the usual.
Earth. Yeah.
You can summon
my
Captain Planet with this wand.
He was the Avatar. We
Everything
killed the
changed when
Avatar.
Linger attacked.
We killed the Avatar. Zuko appears out of nowhere. That was my job.
There are some other runes on the wand that you can't quite understand. What language
So
does
many
everyone else
words.
speak? So there's all of Mura's. Yours were did you say Elvish and Common, Warden, or Draconic and Elvish?
Draconic and Common.
Draconic and Common. Chester.
Common, undercommon, and thieves' camps.
Linger. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
Excellent. So no one knows what the other runes on the wand are.
Someday I will even come up with a reason why I picked Celestial, because I don't remember.
I'm sure you had a really good reason at the time.
I'm sure it was
Linger
great.
is a god who fell from the skies. You love making those.
Oh, did I share that? Did I share that
back?
backstory with you?
In my backstory, I will describe how my super powerful, amazing character is a level 3.
Yeah. Okay, so I did share that backstory with you. I am made of stardust and god tears and fell from the heavens.
My
And
mom
like
is
pork
a goddess.
and
My
drink.
other mom is a...
I should have asked before now, Mitch, is there an Underdark in which Undercommon is spoken
Yes.
in your world? Okay,
Yes, there
okay.
is.
So it's an okay choice. All right.
Mayfield be like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
There is now, which is like, fuck yeah. Mhm,
Shit.
Totally.
Haha, of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Says Mitch as he like draws on the map the Underdark entrance here.
Underdark. R is backwards. No, it did come up last campaign very briefly.
Yeah.
There is technically a secret hidden layer that you guys wouldn't know about, but anyone who listened to the campaign would. Between the
So none of
Underdark
us.
and the surface. So yes, there is an Underdark.
Okay, good.
Does that mean I can play a drow next time?
Yes. Although in this world, drow are Australian. Because they do
I'm
come
not
from
doing
the
an
land down
Australian
under.
accent. Somebody else tried to make me do that when I did a drow, and I'm not doing an Australian accent. Everybody asks me to do that, and I can't do it. I only have 3 accents. This one, this one, Irish, and Russian. That's it. Or Eastern European.
Nice.
Okay, segue story. My Irish accent is so good, I actually made Irish people think that I was Irish.
Nice.
Nice.
He did. I was there.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh man.
The guy was like, he's like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, I'm in Atlanta.
Cork.
And he's like, no, he was from Cork. And I was,
Weird.
and I was like, where are you from? And he's like, I'm Irish. And I was like, oh shit, really? He's like, you're not Irish. I was like, no,
I thought you were
It made-
American.
I am. Well, the funny thing is I kept saying that I was from Cork, which I am not.
Nice.
Anyway,
Well, you're American.
wait. Oh, you're Shamark.
But yes, you retrieve the wand from his pocket and realize that he's not actually that happy to see you.
Fuck
you-
off. Ugh.
This is why I don't use wands.
Someone kick Mitch from the game.
All the dick jokes. Wizard school is just full of dick jokes.
Yes.
Oh man, I snapped my wand. And then cries because it's expensive to get a new one. You do also in his pockets find a food processor, a cuddly toy, a 1-month subscription to the Practical Heroes Twitch channel.
Priceless.
I had a dream about a food processor once.
Nice. You find a small pocket journal in his pocket.
Linga,
okay.
here you go.
Thank you.
And the other pocket, as you put your hand in, you watch as the hand is just disappearing into this pocket, basically.
My hand?
Way bigger than it's supposed to be.
Who
And
puts
you-
their hand in that pocket? Is it me or is it somebody else?
Who's putting their hand in?
I don't know
It's
who's
game.
actually doing the investigation.
I'm game. You game?
I'm game.
All right.
All right, ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right.
1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
shoot.
3, shoot. 1,
1, 2,
2, 3,
three.
shoot.
1, 2,
1,
3,
2, 3,
shoot.
shoot.
With the
Ah, damn it,
delay,
should've
this
just gone with
is
rock.
so awful.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can't really.
You could roll for it.
I guess we could just do like
Yeah.
D3s.
No, I don't. I
you
was
could just roll a
joking.
d20 and whoever gets highest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do it. 18. Beat that, boys.
It's hard to roll just a d20. But I rolled a 20. So,
Beat that, boys. Chester does. Okay.
Have at it.
So you watch
it kind of
as-
makes sense that he would be the one picking through pockets and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's what I was picturing in my head because it makes it all the more ridiculous when Chester's incredibly long arm is just disappearing into this pocket.
He just keeps going and going.
You just
know what, I
pull
gotta
out
poke
this
my head
really
in.
long multicolored handkerchief. It is a wizard. You do eventually make contact with a rather large book from the feel of it.
He's gonna.
Yeah.
Linger?
You reel it on out. Hold it out to Linger.
He's gonna see if there's a title first, just out of pure curiosity
not.
beforehand. Linger? Book?
Thank you.
No fucking titles on books in my world, says Mitch, so stop asking.
Well, not on this one because it's a spell book. So that would be weird.
Yeah.
But I gave you like 5 different book titles last session. You ungrateful fucker.
I definitely wrote them down.
Wow. So Mira dies. Rip casts inflict wounds on her too.
She deserves it, honestly.
That's why it was so
He
much
goes to
damage.
high
It wasn't
five and
Linger
it's still
doing
like-
it. It was Rip.
Yeah, that's the contributing factor right there.
Rip
Oh,
has
that
the
was
touch
Rip's-
of death.
Rip's crit, not Linger's.
Hi, buddy.
She'll have a talk with him about that later.
Rip
We were
just
supposed
said
to keep him alive. Do you remember me telling you we were keeping him alive? You remember? Don't turn away from me when I talk to you.
Rip thirsts for blood.
Rip is
I hunger.
questionable.
Rip is questionable.
But yeah, you
Really
you have a look. And kind of looking over it and how the book is kept in and of itself, it is immediately apparent that it is a spell book. You flip open the cover, presumably,
Of course.
and you do not recognize the runes.
That's fine. We'll research them later. Yoink.
It's almost like the guy who's half giant writes most things in giant, and no one took giant.
Crazy.
I told you to take giant, Ethan.
It's fine because
It's fine.
This
we have
campaign.
Oh,
A
was that a different
friend.
game?
with comprehend languages, which we
You
can
do.
address later. It's all good.
That's also true. He can
Sorry,
read
we
the
don't-
spells
We
to
lean
you.
on our friends here. We lean on our friends.
Like very, very literally. I'm sorry about that. Phantom came in and he just was not happy. About what? Don't know.
But yes, a book and a wand are retrieved. You also, kind of casting a glance over him, he's wearing a robe over what seems to be what he was sleeping in, so it looks like he literally got out of bed and came straight here.
Knowledge, it belongs to me. You're welcome.
Yes, he did. When he pulled me aside, I realized now that he had cast a spell on me, which that's incredibly
Wow.
rude.
Wow.
But mentioned that he would not allow me to leave, and she does finger quotes around allow.
Yeah, look where that got him. As Rip's just like,
Haha, dumb motherfucker.
Because the knowledge being imparted by I suppose the whispers was for him alone, he thought.
Hmm.
Obviously the whispers did not agree with that. So,
Yeah, do you think that the whispers told him to attack you, or he did that of his own volition?
that is a curious question. I don't know why or how he would know that I had
Oh, yeah.
heard anything without. So perhaps the whispers do require a competitive element.
Yeah, evil whispers, wanting evil people to fight against one each other, survival of the fittest and such.
She does not argue when you call her an evil person.
looks down at the body on the
Indeed.
floor.
Looks at Rip. Rip shrugs.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Oh man. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
jeez, Rip.
Oh, jeez.
So
You're
what do you guys
welcome.
like to do?
He gets get Rip a little lab coat.
Linger.
Linger, you gotta wake up. Come on. In and out, 20-minute adventure, Linger.
Oh,
We're not on track today.
that would be a fun one shot though.
Oh, yeah.
Has these events aided in our investigation in any way whatsoever, would you say?
I can't say that it has until we can decipher the notes in this spell book.
Well, I
That
can,
might-
with 10 minutes, aid with that.
Yes, I was hoping that you might be available to do that.
All right, yeah, let me just get situated over at this pillar that looks suspiciously like a desk, but he's not.
There are other kind of desks and tables littered around, but if I'd have started
In
putting
my
those
mouth.
in, there would have been no indication of any squares in this room at all. So I made the choice of bookcases over tables.
And
Which means
Linger will
it's
be very close by, her tail flicking behind her in anticipation of the results.
Yeah, it's going to take 10 minutes and cast comprehend languages.
Mira draws a picture in the
blood of her enemy.
The dust.
in the
Makes-
dust.
Make bath bombs out of stone guy.
Oh my god. Okay. Is that weird?
Is
yeah,
that
but
weird?
It tracks.
Yeah, I'd like to take all of the dust up and put it
Sure.
into my. Thank
You
you.
never know when we might need dust of Genasi. Or Goliath,
Goliath.
whatever it was. Goliath dust. You never know. Could be a
Oh
component.
my god.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll put it in.
Sweep, 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 sweep,
Stupid
sweep.
fucking thing to take.
Cool. So Chester, as you cast comprehend languages, you suddenly can comprehend languages.
It just
you,
works.
You touch the pages of the spell book. For the most part, you're getting a very literal translation of how these spells work. And all these different spell formula on the page. So you are able to ascertain that it is quite clearly spells written on these pages. With a lot of it being just like
Definitely.
instruction manual for spell.
I'd definitely let Linger know, as she is perhaps interested in spells that she can write in her own spellbook.
Yes.
What they are.
Yes,
Most
I will
definitely.
send you a list post-session.
Fair enough. Linger, I will provide you with a list once we are done here.
In fact, actually, do I have
In fact, actually.
That would be marvelous. Thank you. We should also perhaps start discussing our plan for explaining the situation that I have accidentally created.
Through no fault of your own.
Sometimes
Sorry.
Rip gets carried away when he knows that I'm upset. And I did lose my temper. And he was just responding to that.
It happens to the best of us.
Well, you could also say he attacked you, which is also true.
I am very wounded, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Scorch marks.
Yes, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it would be visible.
Very visible, like scratches,
Yeah.
scrapes, scorch marks.
Yeah, you look pretty. No, Mira wouldn't say the F word. Yeah, you do look pretty scratched.
Yeah, well, I can heal you up a little bit. Perhaps a short rest is more.
I think it might be a good idea to hold off on healing until we have spoken with the authorities so that all of
Yes.
the remaining evidence is easily available.
That's probably a good idea.
As Mira's just brushing the dust under a table.
No, into her bag.
Yeah, not all of
But,
it.
like,
He didn't all
the
the way.
remaining dust.
Oh yeah, it's getting in her nose and stuff.
But yeah, for the most part, you're just pulling kind of spells from this book.
So there was a journal too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
There was
pocket
a
journal, but
pocket
we've already
journal.
pocketed.
Pocket sand.
We've pocketed the pocket journal, and even if we can't understand it, we can make copies of the spellbook pages.
Yeah.
Just because we know we're gonna have to turn in evidence, so probably just need to have copies on hand, and we can decipher them later. Which is the bonus to having to comprehend languages. Chester can narrow down what she needs to even bother with. Yep.
Yeah. So are you just looking through the spellbook or the spellbook and the journal, did you say?
The journal we're pocketing.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Pardon me.
I mean, we just murdered a guy. We have to deal with that sooner rather than later. The longer that we wait to deal with the fact that we just murdered somebody, the worse it'll be.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, we should, and let's get the nice one who always greets us so warmly. Perhaps she will be less inclined to throw us in prison.
Yes, run. Maybe if you seem panicked when you go to her,
Go to her.
Go to her. Go to her. With open arms and open heart.
And a lot of tears. A lot. I find crying works really well.
You wish me to go find this woman whose name I totally remember?
Goldilocks Spellbinder. No, it's
Close.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Aniston, yes.
Ramira Lightspell.
That's the one.
We got there. We got him.
All right. Chester will slink his way through the dark corridors in the middle of the night, not scared of any ghosts at all, and start looking for Ramira.
Uh-huh. You were told which room she stays in.
And that's where he will check first, wherever that is.
It could be me.
A delicate knock.
Does Chester even remember?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to.
Place isn't that big.
That's only for Mura.
It's only for Mura, who takes a step and forget what happened the step before.
What happened?
Let's have a look. Yes, it is the bear room. The room with the bear skin rug.
All right. If I can drag myself up there, I can. Delicate knock, shave and a haircut. He doesn't do the 2 bits.
It's too serious for the 2 bits.
Yeah.
A long pause, some shuffling, and a half-elf, blurry-eyed opens the door and kind of squints out into the dimly lit hallway. Like the lights seem to have kind of dimmed themselves in the corridors around where the bedrooms are. And it's an easy enough assumption that it's kind of like if people wake up and they gotta go pee or anything like that, or they're just doing anything at night, you generally don't want crazy bright lights. But she opens the door just enough. Yes.
Apologies, so many apologies. I don't even have time to go into them. We have some good news and some bad news with regards to our investigation. And we thought it would be vital to get you involved ASAP.
Is that Ramira or is that Darfira? Because you said half elf, but Ramira is a gnome.
Yes.
Who are we talking to?
Above game, it is in fact Darfira.
Okay. I just checking.
I'm
my
sorry,
notes.
what investigation?
Oh, well, sorry. All you shorter folk look very similar to me. Is Ramira in?
Yes. Why?
I need to speak with her on an errand most urgent.
Make a persuasion check. Because it's funny.
That'll be good.
As Chester's
26.
theme plays in the background.
The blur is my doggy.
With the 26, she's like still in the process of trying to figure out if she's awake or dreaming a bugbear coming to her room. Just shuts the door. There's a bit more shuffling, some muffled voices. The door opens again. You look down even lower, and you can see Ramira in like full nightgown, hair in little pigtails. Looks up at you. Hello.
Hello again. Yes, it is you who I recognize.
Yes.
And he says the same things he just said. Yes, investigation, good news, bad news. Some headway has been made. And we are believing that your presence is probably a wise course of action.
I see. When you say bad news, how bad is the bad news?
So this is a bad news first situation? You want the bad news and then the good news?
Sure.
The bad news is that one of your teachers, Mr. Stoneweaver, has passed away.
You know when, like, someone's just kind of swallowing as you do, but also, like, breathing in at the same time, and you end up choking on it, and it's real bad? You take her so by surprise that she has just stood there choking on this breath that just caught in her throat for like a solid
are you okay?
minute.
Do I need to get a doctor?
You watch as she just kind of like taps a finger to her throat. There's a slight glow and she's please wait in the corridor. I'll be out momentarily.
Very well.
Shuts the door. You hear like panicked rustling and shuffling from inside the room. Door opens again. You can see she's very hastily belted on the holster for her wand. She's got her book clutched under her arm. Where?
Well, to the library we must head. Walk this way. And then he does like a funny walk.
Hurriedly follows you. All the way back to the library. Time skip. As you both head on over.
While they're walking, he will sort of... the good news, which will perhaps alleviate some of your symptoms, is that we do believe this individual was involved in some of the goings-on and has been perhaps swayed through mental powers and evil deeds have corrupted his mind. So, you know, there's that. Anyways, I'll let my friends explain. And he walks in.
Still way too half asleep to digest any of what Chester was... She follows you into the library and just sees the rest of you gathered around. With Linger scorched. Oh my goodness, you okay?
I will be. I'm sure that there are medical facilities available here. However,
yes, you are talking to them. And she rolls up
hold on.
her sleeves.
Do you need to do any sort of examination first? As you can see, this is magically induced. The professor assaulted us, me specifically.
Right.
We did have to defend ourselves. I'm sure you can find traces of his signature on the wounds that were inflicted upon me.
And she whips out the wand and kind of uses it to flip through a couple of pages on her spell book. Kind of uses it as a pointer, muttering to herself, and then twists the wand towards you. There's a slight shower of sparks. You see the glow in her eyes. Linger would probably pick up as that kind of telltale detect magic glow. It's a pretty common, well-known spell in wizard communities. Everyone has their own kind of signature way of doing it, but it's still always a very distinct outcome when someone has opened their magical senses. And you watch as she just kind of like scans you up and down, basically. before. Goodness. Flips through another few pages. The glow ends, and she, hold still, and kind of gently places the wand on the top of your head, just like delicately resting the tip of the wand.
She'll crouch down a little to allow that to happen, and then be perfectly still.
You regain. Ba, 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 ba. Maths. You regain maths.
Not maths. Not again.
31 hit points.
That is much more than we need. But
She heard assault
well-
by a teacher, sees you wounded, and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level just to be safe.
nice. And we could flavor it like maybe it takes a little bit longer than it should. It kind of resists just a hair. That's why she had to pump it up a notch.
Absolutely. Goodness me, you're practically falling apart. She just... so, you were attacked by a member of staff?
Yes.
Very much so, and in a most underhanded way as well.
And who exactly was it who attacked you?
It was a stone weaver, a Goliath fellow, tall, about yay high,
Yeah. Stoneweaver.
tramp stamp.
She takes
came
like a
in here
half
and-
step back and just... Really?
Yeah, he said to Linger, he said, I need to talk to you in private. And Linger said, okay. And then they did. And then Linger ran back and he shot magic at us, like a lot of it. And we were like,
Yes.
ah!
He had apparently been hearing the whispers and claimed that the knowledge was for himself alone and that he could not allow me to leave, I suppose, the campus with any knowledge that I may have gained.
I see. This is rather troubling. you-
Yes,
you-
it does also lead me to wonder if perhaps others, actual students of this establishment, may have suffered the same fate at his hands.
Oh my God, do you think he pushed the other guy off the roof?
He wasn't on the roof, to be fair. But
I thought that's how he died.
I
No,
follow
he
the
hung
thought
himself from the
process.
tree.
How did he die?
Hung himself from the gallows tree in town.
He jumped up.
What it could mean, though, as well, is that anyone who's experiencing these whispers could be headed here right now with the same thought in mind to try to kill us all.
I see.
We're going to the bad news, Kaga.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you believe this all to be related to these hauntings?
Indeed.
She kind of like leans back against one of the bookcases and just... You have to understand, generally in this town, we don't... Well, we as in this school, don't often tend to
back.
take part in the yearly ritual. Generally,
Mm-hmm.
the hauntings aren't actually occurring. It's been investigated and studied over the many years we've been around, and it just seems like it had perhaps been happening at one point in time, but that the ritual just became a yearly ritual, a celebration, not much else. And obviously it's been pushed for a lot more recently, with people being more convinced that they were being haunted, and well, I suppose this is possible proof now. we might actually be haunted.
We have solved the case.
Where is Corridon, by the way?
Cordon?
The Stoneweaver.
Oh, yeah, right over there.
Looks around for 6-foot Goliath body. Or 7 foot.
I think Warden's just.
Can't remember
I
exactly.
think Warden's just standing over it, just watching it.
Just in case it comes back.
You never
You never
know.
know.
Oh,
I still am not convinced that this is a spectral or ghostly haunting. I am not sold on the simplicity of that idea. I think this is something more
Albera with Sorty.
yeah. It's a spectral owlbear with a sword. She gives up. It's fine. It's fine.
I can't tell if that's in or out of character.
It's in character. She just
Okay.
it's fine.
there are a lot of questions that I can't even think of right now. We hadn't really seen, until Atmos, of course, much evidence of any of this happening or being in any way a concern.
Well, it spoke to me, and it is definitely a sense of an entity, though I just it feels too present to be a spectral source.
I see. And you say he was angry at you for learning secrets that he wanted?
Secrets, I suppose, is a word to use, but information that he wanted. I couldn't even tell you what information that would particularly be, as I don't feel like I have personally made very many strides in my research here as of yet. It perhaps was just he was presuming more than he actually had facts on.
I see. But this is still rather troubling nonetheless. We may even have to send word to Dura. Or perhaps reach out to the floating citadel and see if they have any advice for us. Not that they'd likely take this in any way seriously.
Well-
Why wouldn't they take it? Oh, I'm sorry, Chester. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say what are our next options that we should pursue, but I think your question was going to lead into that.
Yes, I was gonna ask, why wouldn't they take it seriously?
Well, the floating citadel do often view themselves above such matters, figuratively and most literally.
It's funny because they're floating.
And to them, we are little more than just a backwater town with a school playing at magic, to paraphrase their last request that we stop sending hopeful students to them.
That's kind of rude.
Yes, so we did not, and yet more of our students still continue to ace their entrance exams. So, if
Well, you
you'll
showed them.
excuse the halfling, they can go fuck themselves.
Oh, wow. The halfling is excused.
As to the next steps, I was about to ask you much the same.
Damn it.
Of course, we can discuss within the faculty and bring our discussions to yourselves, but if you have any ideas that I can further bring to them, then that could be most useful.
I wonder if with Stone Reaver's death, that perhaps the talking will stop amongst all of the students and whatnot.
Possibly.
The ghost talking, not like regular talking. I'd expect them to continue to regularly talk.
As would I.
I think we should perhaps have eyes kept on those who have been having difficulty sleeping, for this entity seems powerful enough to change the ways in which people would normally act. I assume this teacher would not normally just randomly attack people.
No, most certainly not. Well, for a start, he wasn't much of a fighter to begin with. He was very much more interested in artifacts, objects.
Oh yeah, Warden's got opinions on that. And he's such a good fighter, so I trust him.
He was always more interested in objects and items and artifacts than actual fighting. This is why he was our enchantments teacher. He
Yes.
was never interested in the... Yes.
It has been brought to our attention that his interest lied in enchanting objects rather than people. However, if you will take a look at this spell book that belonged to him, you will see several enchantments that are specifically related to imposing upon other people.
Well, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have... when we interviewed him, of course, we did request a demonstration of the full knowledge of the subject. He did need to be able to teach all sides of enchanting. We're fortunate enough to have two teachers such as myself, because it can be split into restoration and, the other one. But with enchanting, it was much more prudent to have the one for the time being. So I don't see it as too troubling that he had those spells known. They were known to him, certainly. He demonstrated as such in the interview at our request.
Right. Well, knowing a spell and having a spell, let's say, dog-eared for use on a particular day.
No, certainly. Don't get me wrong. While I don't see any reason why he shouldn't have known those as a somewhat of an expert on enchanting, it is rather curious. He had always expressed a disdain for the enchantment of people, and did explicitly state as such during his interview and most of his lectures.
Yeah. Lindsay's like, how do you explain prepared spells in character?
I think he did good, dog-eared, yeah. I think so.
Absolutely. It's certainly curious that he had those just prepared. After all that hard work,
it's hard,
fuck you.
Isn't it hard? It's hard.
No, certainly it's rather strange that he'd be... I don't suppose it would be out of the question for him to have one or two as backups if need be, but if what you're saying is, as you say, and there were multiple, and it doesn't seem to be just, sort of a break glass in case of emergency type situation, then that is certainly troubling and certainly rather out of character.
I have an idea.
Good.
Oh no.
I don't.
I've never had a 19.
Now, this is potentially dangerous. However, I do believe in the accrual of clues. It might be prudent if, because it seems that anyone who studies this book or this subject is infected, perhaps if all of us read it, and tonight, when we are visited by a voice from beyond or whatever, we can try to persuade it or cajole it or trick it even into telling us where this voice is. We can track it down and we can dispose of it. I have the garlic potatoes in my pocket ready to go.
Warden and Chester try and start reading the books. Foolish mortals, you cannot read!
Now, this is just in the idea stage, of course. I'm spitballing, as it were. But other than that, I don't really know what to do.
I'm not sure either.
See that working, potentially. Although that does seem rather dangerous to you all.
Danger is one of my many middle names.
Do you have any books or knowledge specifically about a wizard by the name of Syldaris? We've
Roll credits.
come across that a few times.
She, well,
Watches for reaction.
yeah, make an insight check.
Not very insightful, but that's all she's got. A 6. That tracks.
And she just, what? What? Syldaris? What's that? No.
What? Is that how she acts?
No.
Thank God.
She just, well, it's,
Okay.
we have one or two books, I suppose. Most of the books we have to hand are ruminations, pontifications on whether or not this mage actually existed in the first place, discussions of spells which have cropped up apparently belonging to his spell book or being developed for his repertoire. I believe the book on artifacts briefly touches on the notion of people who have attempted to hunt down the fabled power-increasing sands of Syldaris. But regarding the wizards specifically, there would maybe only be one or two which are mostly essays and discussions.
Wait, did you see Sands of Syldaris?
Yes.
What's that?
Campaign title, roll credits. She,
What the?
well, it's been a while since I've exposed myself to research. This nightgown is rather flowy.
Ooh.
Lovely breeze right now.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness.
It has been quite some time since I've discussed the wizard, but it was generally believed that Syldaris was searching for ways to become powerful, like any great wizard. He... I shall make an intelligence roll for her. Boop. I believe there were one or two books which discussed a great fight or a great friendship. I can't remember which. It might possibly have been both, concerning Syldaris and a dragon. I believe, from what I recall, he possibly wanted to learn some of the innate magics of the dragons, which are somewhat different to our own, whilst also empowering himself and this dragon that he wished to learn from. I do believe it ended rather horribly in a rather intense fight where all sign of the wizard and the dragon seemed to point to no remains, with the exception of piles of ash in the sand of where they fought. Hence the dubbing of the sands of Syldaris. He was a maid from the continent of Doblis.
Ooh.
The
Yes.
sandy continent, she
Does-
says, looking at Warden, Muir, and Chester.
Doblis does keep turning up. Curious. All right, well then, I think my companions and I need to gather our thoughts and decide what it is
Yes.
we actually would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. I would also like to take this moment to apologize. I know it does seem like he was not himself, but nonetheless, a member of my faculty attacked you within my campus. And for that, you
Please,
do have my
please.
sincerest apologies.
This is something for the lawyers to deal with. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
It's a
need.
lawyer.
No need for the lawyers to get involved, please.
What is a learning institution without at least one teacher turning rogue and attacking students? Am I right?
Right. Right.
Honestly, happens more often than you might think. We do have liability
Oh,
insurance.
no, I know.
Wow. Good thing I never went to school.
It's a
Turn
very
on the
unsafe
TVs
place.
and just all around the school. Has your teacher turned bad? Are they attacking your students? Call now.
Oh my god. Jeez Louise.
Miller, and Mordecai.
Oh jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Well, now what do we do?
Well, we go somewhere to have a private conversation. Maybe not all the way back to town this time.
Step one.
Probably
And then,
the library is fine. It's just a dead body.
Well, they might want to secure the dead body.
Oh,
Maybe the-
Mira looks at her bag. Right, the whole thing.
Well, there, yeah. We could just step into. Let me look at the map.
I better take this robe just in case it comes in useful at some point. And he's going to pocket the robe with the giant pocket on it. Pocket the giant pocketed robe.
All right. Well, Linger doesn't see that. She's looking for a space. How about just this room right here? How about the potions room? Potions room.
Yeah.
Potions room. You can also drink some more potions in there if you really want.
Hell yeah.
There's a time and a place. There's a time.
Mira follows.
A message comes up at the bottom of your screen that just says there's a time and a place for everything.
Mhm.
Damn it, Professor Oak, not now. So yeah, you head into the potions room. Potion cellar.
Mm. Okay.
I'd imagine you'll find his potions.
I think we may have lost the thread of our purpose here, just a tad. I know there's some sort of threat with the sun god and sun cult, and then there is the Syldaris thing that seems to be cropping up here. I think it's related to the students dying and the voices. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we want to chase either one of these things or if we think this is all above our pay grade. We could continue researching here. We could I'm loath to go there, but we could try to access the libraries and the floating citadel, perhaps get more information that way.
Thunder crashes outside as Linga says floating
Yeah.
citadel.
Yeah. But then that also leaves the school open to more manipulations by the entity.
Mhm.
We have many threads pulling on us, and I am at a loss as to which to tug back on, or if we should even be messing with any of them, to be honest.
I don't know if this is a puzzle that we can solve now. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing about a puzzle or a mystery. Either you solve it and you feel very smart, or you are incapable of solving it and feel very dumb like I do now.
You're so smart, Chester. You shouldn't feel dumb.
That was in and out of character, by the way. It was both.
I feel very dumb out of character as well. I feel like I'm missing something big and I just don't know how to fix the thing.
Which is
It's just
why
one of
I
those
think-
things of like, unless you know, it's just. But when
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
why-
like, oh,
that's
of course
exactly-
it's this.
That's exactly why Linger's like, we have all of these things going. I don't know that we're equipped to deal with any of them. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, we can stay here and watch for more deaths, try for more whispers. We can try to go find more information elsewhere. We've got a lot
You
of
leave and
this-
come back, the whole town's dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
do,
mean, there's risks no matter what we do.
I feel like we've reached that impasse where perhaps some taking chances is a good bet. So I'm going to volunteer to read some of these books that you've read and perhaps get some of these whispers in my head.
I think that is as valid a method of proceeding forward as any other.
It's like kicking the hornet's nest, if you will. If you're looking for hornets, you're probably going to find them.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
No, that sounds almost like it was smart.
Let us kick the nest of the hornets.
All right, he's going to borrow the book and actually
A
as
new
much as he is
hand
loath
touches the
to do
beacon.
it. Oh yeah. As much as he is loath to actually do actual work, he's gonna sit and try to focus and read this goddamn book.
Mm-hmm.
Make a focus check. Yeah, you sit and you flip through some of the pages. I mean, it's similar findings to Linger, with probably less connections drawn, less threads pulled out, and less enthusiasm.
Yeah, I don't assume I'm gonna uncover any great mysteries by reading this. The
No,
actual
it's
reading
more just
part of
like,
it.
I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna give it a
Yeah.
read, I'm gonna see if I get haunted.
Please, if there's any wine in the vicinity, I believe it'll greatly help. It'll greatly aid in this. My head is starting to pound.
And
Yes, sorry. We do have some. As Ramiro
Perfect.
hurries out of the room.
Oh, bye.
wait,
She just left?
I thought we
Oh yeah, you're in a
established that
separate
we
room.
already
Yeah,
moved
she's
away.
already gone. Yeah, ignore
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
It was like that's why we specifically.
No, it's because
Um,
it sounded like he was asking a question to someone who'd know where wine in this building would be.
Just like into the ether. Wine. Sometimes he just asks for wine and he's the
Nice.
type of
Just
guy where it just
hopeful.
shows up.
Yeah.
And I guess Linger is going to work on the spells from that spell book.
Mhm.
She'll go find a giant to draconic translation guide.
I honestly thought that sentence was gonna go the way of she's gonna find a giant to translate it for her just in the school.
No, she got Chester to narrow down which ones she would care about and to kind of read them off a little bit. So now she just needs to copy him into her own book, and he's got his own thing going on. So to free him up, she's going to do it the manual way.
Nice. Cool.
He saved her a bunch of time by being like, this one's this one's this.
Yeah. I will say you managed to find some translation guides. You know, they'd be around the library. There's just like a whole section of the library that's just different languages to different languages.
Yeah. They would just about have to be, so I figure that's an easy ask.
Yeah. I'd make you roll for it, but then also, like, what sort of school for wizards wouldn't have?
Yeah.
At
If this was
least
like a
some
public
form of
library, I could
translate.
totally
Yeah.
get it.
But, like, stuff's going to be written in Draconic, so there'd 100% be Draconic translation guides. But also the other stuff as well, like, plus, just because you have access to the spells doesn't mean you constantly always have every single one of them prepared, so...
Yeah, no, definitely limited on what's prepared.
Exactly. But yeah, you easily enough managed to get a hold of some guides, or not necessarily guides, but like language books. Somewhere it's translating giant runic alphabet straight into common. Others where it's like translating phrases between various languages. Because, you know, obviously sometimes just translating letter by letter doesn't necessarily mean you can get the full word or the full meaning of a sentence. I will say, Linga, give me a quick intelligence check just to put it all together. See how well Linga's transcribing, which, you know, it's not going to be
specifically what her subclass
difficult.
is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be crazy difficult for that
Would
very
you
specific
give me the thing?
reason. But it's just nice to
D&D
make
Beyond.
people roll.
Come on. What?
It's
Wouldn't
mostly
hover.
just for like how long is it going to take Linga, not in terms of like mechanical wise, just how hard is it for her
11.
to get into the groove. But you do manage to get your groove on.
She's taking her time.
Yeah. It's taking a hot minute because it's also a combo of like, yes, it's written in giant, but also there's a little bit of cipher here and there and spells that he deemed a bit more important. So then you've got to go figure out the cipher and, you know. It's like just when you've got to the end of the spell, you're like, wait, nope, that doesn't make sense. He's been swapping words. What are Mura and Warden doing whilst the other two are being nerds?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's hard to really help out in the situation.
Yeah, I really don't know what Mira could do, unfortunately.
Because we're just like, do I mean to move this body or?
Well, the body's mostly dust.
I'll get the mop.
No, you wanna help me? You wanna help me like make some bath bombs? I'm really dumb, and I don't know what to do.
Yes, I have some ideas on how you can improve.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Mira will like sit down and be like, "Tell me, I need your advice."
Well, you see, when I threw it, I was expecting it to burst into like a fine, like mist of powder, right?
Okay.
However, since it did not happen, it just bounced off of you. It's still in one solid ball.
Do you want it to explode?
Yes.
I think we could work on that.
I think Mira and Warden, I don't know who anybody is anymore, are are going to work on creating an exploding bath bomb. I don't know if they have the
Mira
material.
creates the bomb, and from that point onwards, all warfare is just heavily scented.
All of it. Every single bit. Yeah. Yeah, she's going to take notes from Warden on
War
how
and
to...
hell, but it smells great.
Yeah.
I love the smell of bath bombs in the morning. Smells like victory. Cool. So you guys are discussing the idea of exploding bath bombs. Or at least less solid bath bombs that might explode on impact with a mortal being rather than water.
I'm going for like that density of like a dirt clot that you would like throw at someone and just, you know.
100% that.
Cool. Well, you all get to it. Chester, as I say, kind of as you're going along, most of it just lines up with what Linger has passed on to you guys. You know, the bits that are stretching a bit far for your ability, you're able to piece together from what Linger has told you. Like, oh, Linger told us this was a thing. This is saying this. Okay, I get it. Cool, just about. But it's a lot more work than you were hoping.
Yeah, I think you see his eyes like starting to like get a little heavy lidded, but then somehow, some way, there's like an invisible mage hand here that like holds them open a little bit, and that'll just jolt them up.
The old Tom and Jerry pulling the eyelids open.
This is very boring. It's making me sleepy, which is perhaps good because then I'll hear the whispers. Hey, it's a win-win.
Yeah. And just as you guys are, you know, doing what you do, Linger, as you're just, you know, in the middle of copying down spells, you do feel a slight chill on the back of your neck. Not that that's necessarily out of the ordinary for you.
Fair.
But you do feel a more unexpected one, nonetheless. And as you kind of like rub the back of your neck, you do start to hear, if this wants to work. I gave these secrets to you. They are not for him. He cannot have them. He should not. They are yours if you will help me uncover them.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
Kill the spare!
Alright,
Kill him now.
Is there a save or anything, or do we just hear this?
That is what you hear, Linger.
Okay. She'll just think it back? Yeah, she'll think it back. I require assistance uncovering these secrets. You've not left a very clear path for anyone, and I believe you sent someone after me as well. Your plan is incredibly convoluted.
You must succeed where I did so long ago. I cannot tell you, I cannot pass it on, I cannot say it, I cannot speak it. It must be found, it must be sought. You must read it. It is for you to find. Then you will know my secret and share my pain and know my secret. It is yours. I will give it to you willingly, but I cannot speak it.
And it is in the book that my friend is currently reading.
It's always in books. It's always been in books. It will always be in the books. The secret is between the books, between the lines.
All right. She'll stand up from wherever it is that she's at and set her stuff aside.
Do it. Kill him. Kill Chester. Stab him in the back.
Yeah.
My
I've
Get
seen
Rip
what
to
you can
touch
do.
him.
I'm horrified.
Rip casts inflict wounds.
Back him down.
Do it.
That have
Chester,
killed me
may
many
I-
times.
May I see
Yes.
the book again?
Please, for the love of God, take this book from me. So boring.
Okay. And then she'll start flipping through it, specifically kind of reading back over the pages that Chester was currently on, in the hopes that like maybe that section in particular got the voice riled up.
He does not have the power. He does not have the ability. He's not as smart as you. He's not smart enough to uncover the secrets, but you are, as I once was.
I didn't realize that we were playing the obvious game. So if you could just point me in the right direction, then we can get this over with.
I cannot say it. Tell you. Show you if I could. It would be so much easier. I must pass this on. You must know. You must learn. These secrets are for you now. The Stoneweaver failed. He was not strong enough. He was not smart enough. But you are. You were better than him. This is for you now.
All right. Well, we're gonna sit down and get to studying then, because that's what a wizard does. This is exciting for everyone. She hunkers down, pen ready, reading intensely.
What are the rest of you doing?
No explanations to anyone.
Hey, better her than me. You mentioned once, and I don't remember if it was this book or the journal that we found, that it had a bunch of notes in the columns. Was it this book or was it a journal?
So there were multiple books. Some
Yeah.
of them did have some notes scribbled in them by the same hand which was writing in Atmos's journal. I could have just said in Atmos's handwriting. That would have been the less convoluted way of saying it. And you do
Does
have
this
his
one have-
journal and notebook.
Does this one have like margin writing? You know, between the line writing is what I'm obviously thinking there.
It has one or two notes, yes. But Linga has it now.
And now we've got the pocket journal, so maybe we cross-reference the pocket journal. But what would you like? What kind of role here? What can I do?
I will say give me an intelligence check.
Seeing
Is
the
this you trying to
intensity
kind
on
of
my friend.
cross-reference the two books? Or just actively
guess
read
so.
through the main one that you were just reading?
A 7 to cross-reference.
7
Uh,
to cross-reference.
Seeing my friend, as I was saying, really intensify her research. Well, you know what? You are doing very well at this, and I greatly appreciate you taking this task away from me. You could roll a d6 and hopefully improve that. Ideally.
You guys do also remember
An
the
8.
tales you were told. Wow. The tales you were told of Atmos and how his research grew more and more fevered until he eventually took his own life. As you see Linga starting to feverishly tear through the books. It's hard to draw some of these parallels, Linga. You'd kind of started on the spell book, and you were making your way through translating that. This whole pocket journal is written in Giant. Which obviously Linga would be able to pick up now, having spent probably like an hour minimum working with a book of Giant alphabet. She recognizes the alphabet now.
All right, pass that back to Chester then. She can do that.
All right. Round 2. It'll take 10 minutes.
As you are passing the book to him, Linger, you hear. Triggered that one too early.
Blah, blah.
You hear. No, they are for you. The knowledge is for you. Don't pass things on to the others. They don't understand. They've shown they have no ability to understand. You must do it. It's yours. Your knowledge.
My knowledge is limited by the languages that I speak. That is not one that is within my purview. Outside
Learn to speak it.
assistance
Learn
is
to
required.
understand it. Learn to study it as I did. Learn it. Uncover the secrets. You must. I need you to.
Wow.
And who are you exactly to be asking me of this? Asking this of me? There we go.
I cannot say I don't. No, I don't know. Remember. All I know is I must pass on this secret. The secret is yours now, but you must take it. I can't give it to you. It must be fought, taken, learn, uncovered.
Is Linger sharing these voices?
I think it becomes very obvious. She like starts tilting her head and kind of like holds up a finger like, hold on, there's a thing happening. And Rip can try to sign to you guys what's going on.
Just complete random combo of sign language. Just random
Yeah,
hand gestures.
Where are you? And she'll say that out loud now. She's.
Where's who?
What did it say?
That is irrelevant. I'm beside you. I'm not here. It doesn't matter. I don't need to be here. I just need you to learn a secret. If you cannot learn a secret, I will have to kill you too.
What's the wizard equivalent of "come at me, bro"?
Take out your wand, Potter.
No.
Oh, sorry. Actually, no. It's more of it. Scared, Potter.
Ugh.
I grow tired of your riddles and this game. I can't help you. I'm not an intermediary for a failed wizard.
Zingdom.
I failed at
Ah,
nothing.
see,
I
you
learned
some vicious mockery.
I learned them. I did not fail. I succeeded. I am not a failure. You are a failure. If you cannot uncover the secret, if you will not uncover the secret, I cannot let you leave with what you have learned.
Well, then we are at an impasse, and I suggest that you put your wand where your mouth is. Or something. I don't.
Yeah, we're talking.
Welcome to try to stop us.
All of you can see one of the nearby potion cauldrons that's just kind of gently bubbling away. The smoke, or the steam rising from it, seems to start slowly turning into smoke as more and more smoke starts to billow out of it. Are you guys doing anything?
Where's the smoke coming from?
One of the nearby potion cauldrons, from the looks of it.
I
I'll
think
be right back.
No!
I think Mira like gets up and is like, "Oh, hold on, Morton. Let's see what this is." Yeah, she goes and looks at it.
Well, too.
Okay, make a perception check, both of you.
Why is my sheet reloading?
My whole Roll20 did that earlier.
Yeah.
Fun. what?
11.
Should have been 7. Wait.
You got a 9.
Okay. Weird.
You do also still have your inspiration from when you nat one.
Oh yeah, reuse.
Just in case. Just
Dude,
to remind
Inspiration just roll again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Ooh.
15. Very briefly, kind of stretching as it swirls around in the smoke, you could swear, Warden, you make out the slightest hint of a face just stretching through the smoke.
A
Like-
face.
In the smoke or in the potion? Like in the cauldron.
In the smoke.
Right. He's just going to kind of push Mira a little bit behind him.
I'm okay. I can handle it.
I'm not saying that you can't.
What did you see?
What do your warforged eyes see?
I was gonna look down to her. I saw a face.
A face. What did the face look like? Like, was it a
He's just
human?
going to. He's just gonna turn to the cauldron.
Mm-hmm. You look back, there's no sign of a face again, just this billowing, twisting smoke.
Hmm. And what was the cauldron being used for before?
Are you gonna look into the
Bath bomb?
cauldron?
Do it.
He'll look a little bit closer. Sure.
You see the face of your father!
Daddy.
Daddy.
Goodness.
You look into the cauldron, it seems to be empty.
Hmm.
There's just smoke now billowing around.
Is there a fire under it?
No. And you can all see this. This is just what you missed when you ran to the bathroom,
Oh.
Inga.
Sorry.
But only
That
Warden
seems,
saw the face.
Is that normal, would you say?
No, the entity spoke to me again. More death threats. It's angry that I can't or won't uncover secrets that it seems to be completely unable to divulge.
So it's as if it wants to divulge, and yet is incapable of for some reason.
Mm.
Could we set up some sort of a board with letters and numbers on it, and then it wouldn't have to say. We could just like make a noise when you're on the right letter. Sort of. I had this Uncle Ouija, and he used to have a board similar
Wow.
to this.
It
Wow.
is certainly an option. It was very specific that it would have to, it would want to murder me should I not solve this and try to leave. I basically challenged it to come out and confront us itself. Obviously, again, it is either too weak or too cowardly to do so. So it is trying to resort to more psychological games.
Sounds like a bit of a wimp, Chester says out loud.
Indeed.
Probably,
Lackluster.
probably intimidated by our intelligence.
Apologies, there's just some stuff going on my end that's not good. Yes.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
It's okay. We're just gonna
we deal with it.
shit talk your monster until it comes
Yeah.
out.
Absolutely. That's basically how it's going because it hasn't been able to come out because Roll20 just completely deleted it.
Basically just phasmophobia. We're just saying the ghost name and try to aggravate it.
John,
are
John,
you?
come on.
Susan
obviously, little
Williams.
Mary Smith.
But yeah, the smoke is just kind of billowing around at the moment, and again, Linger, you hear...
I'm not weak, I'm not stupid, I uncovered the secret. It was mine to behold. And now it will be yours. It must be yours. I must pass it on so that I can. Continue.
Continue
Must be done.
what?
The secret must be yours. If not yours, I will find someone more useful.
I think whatever this secret is not worth anyone's time. That is probably why it has gone unsolved.
No. This is a secret of the ages. One unsung, unsaid, unspoken. And I found it, I discovered it, and they killed me for it. And now the secret must be passed on. And if you will not pass it on, then you will die.
As you guys watch, it doesn't do anything. Okay, cool. As once again you guys watch and nothing happens. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Roll 20.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Cool.
Oh my god, that's
Still
huge.
echoing.
Yeah, you still got your echo on.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
Go.
I gotta tweak those vocal effects.
Hey, we've all been there before.
You all watch as the smoke that was bubbling and billowing around this cauldron. I don't unfortunately have an actual token for it, and I've lost the token that I had for it, so I'm using an air elemental instead because it's close enough.
All right.
But you guys watch as this form emerges from this smoke, billowing, babbling incessantly, maddeningly, indecipherably. For viewers at home, I'm just gonna real quick pull up the D&D Beyond picture of it, and then I will also send it to the Discord so you guys can actually see what it's supposed to look like. And then I'll work on getting that fixed for next week.
Next week when we fight it, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go on the stream. It looks like this. And for those of you in our Discord, copy image. And paste. And that sends it. Why does it always send twice when I copy from D&D Beyond? You see,
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think
The
Liz
teeth
just
are
clicked what
a
it
good
was.
detail.
As this billowing column of smoke takes shape and form, babbling incessantly and madly. We will pick up there next week. Not next week,
Hey.
next time on
Oh shoot.
Sands
Yeah,
of
I'm not gonna be here
Syldaris.
next time either.
Yes, that is true.
Damn, I'm gonna miss the big fight.
Chester drops unconscious.
Oh,
Chester passes out.
Chester
He
runs
was right.
away.
It was a
He
ghost.
faints.
use the potatoes in my pockets.
He's gone.
Warden just flings a potato at it.
It doesn't work.
Warden threw potato. It's super effective. But yes, we will possibly find out what this creature is next time, and we will possibly
We did it.
destroy it. Woo!
Did it, just one question, did it talk when it popped out, or it just sort of menacingly columned?
It is. You can all hear just this incessant,
Okay.
insane babbling. Just a slew of different languages, and even the languages that you can pick up, it's just complete and utter insane nonsense.
Cool.
And now you will die. It's the ghost of
Probably.
Tiamat past. Just in time for Christmas month. Yeah!
Yay!
Hey,
It's the ghost of Drizzt. Yeah, there is an Underdark, and
Yay.
Drizzt is here to kill you.
Evil Drizzt.
Evil Drizzt, the anti-Drizzt. Zdrid.
Oh me,
yes.
oh my.
Thank you, everyone who joined us and watched today.
Thanks,
to everyone
everybody.
who followed.
Thank you.
I didn't notice any other followers since Dr. Chicken Wings.
Hey, you can't
But there
top
may have
that,
been
so.
more. They
No.
don't always
Truly.
pop up in chat. So if they didn't pop up in chat and we didn't see it, we are acknowledging it now. Thank you very much. Also, hello, Max.
Hey, Max.
As always.
Hey, Max.
hey Max.
Hey, Max.
Good job on the 24 before when they were rolling to see who rolled highest, and they were like, yeah, well, I got 20 and you rolled 24. I saw it. I noticed. Don't worry.
On a D20, no less. That's impressive.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, Max plays by different rules, okay?
Max
Max
has
is
a plus
proficient with
4.
everything.
He has expertise and everything. But yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. And of course, thanks to the assholes who killed one of my teachers and shit talked my ghost for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Seemed to have worked. I don't know.
But
We needed
You know.
we needed results.
it's true. And you know,
True.
you know what they say. That's D&D. If you can't see it or kill it, chat shit about it. Life lesson.
And it's literally a spell.
But yes, thank you all for joining us. We will see you next time for session 5. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Or just one more for luck.
Goodbye. Goodbye.